Despite all my rage, I'm still not a fan of David Cage. Hello, Charkie.
Hey, Cass.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to David Cage's early credits. This is the show in which we play a whole bunch of David Cage games, but not the ones you're expecting, not the ones most people are familiar with, not the Quantic Dreams oeuvre, not yet. Before we get to those, we gotta clear some other stuff up first. We gotta take care of David Cage's early industry credits in his capacity as a composer for one Cryo Interactive, as part of his...
In his position as a choreographer.
Yes, as seen here, as pictured here in this animated GIF from Indigo Prophecy and/or Fahrenheit, which again, we gotta do these in chronological order. So here's the deal. We would like to get into some David Cage games in the course of the next year, or years, depending. And most people start with Omicron the Nomad Soul, and I believe we will as well once we get to the proper full playthroughs of David Cage's games. But this first episode is a bit of a primer, a bit of a look at his earliest contributions to the industry. And before we get into it, before we get into David Cage, before we really dig deep on this man, who has become one of the most reviled figures in the industry, he's certainly up there by reputation. Before we go really hard on him, and we will in time, I want everyone to sort of flush their minds, clear their thoughts of whatever opinions, rightfully earned as they may be, you have on David Cage, at least for the purposes of tonight's stream, as we just observed some games he happened to compose some music for, which all happen to be developed by Cryo Interactive. I was going to mention that he was... I'm not sure if outsourced is correct. I think he was contract. His studio, Totem Interactive, which he founded himself in around 1993 to produce music for video games. So that was really like the company he was working for. Then I think it just so happened that they frequently got roped in by Cryo Interactive. But of those games that he composed music for, some of them are gonna be good. Some of them are actually gonna be okay. Some of them will not be. I can confirm.
How's the music gonna be, though?
That's subjective, I'm sure. We will see. We will listen with our ears and speak with our words in our mouths, and we will come to determination on that. But really, this is just a tenuous excuse to play this a weird variety of some very interesting games, if we're being honest here, as a prelude to the David Cage saga.
By the way, I do want to say up front that this was actually inspired by a YouTube commenter who was talking about like David Cage stuff. Do you remember who they were? I would love to give them a shout out.
Yeah, they're Mersion Doof. Or Mersion Doof. Yeah, in the chat right now.
Because I see them in the chat. Sorry. Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. I didn't make show notes tonight. I just have some mental notes and some very brief snippets to read from before we get to the games, and then maybe a little bit of a teaser at the end once we've finished playing the games in question. But I've stalled long enough. I've held people off, held back the segment that everyone is really here and is eagerly anticipating, which is, of course, Charkie's Stream Snack.
All right. Tonight's stream snack is Wow Bao Cheeseburger Bao. I warned y'all that I was running out of, like, the normal flavors of bao buns. So, let's give it a try. Cheeseburger.
You warned them and they didn't listen.
Well, you know...
Yes?
Alright. The bao itself, right? It tastes like the texture is what you expect out of, a steam bun. That you cooked in the microwave with a wet paper towel on top. It's that. The inside, the actual hamburger part, straight up White Castle slider.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
That is good. It's just really weird mixed with this texture of the bow around it. But I had much lower hopes for this flavor, but like White Castle Slider, I will take that. And then our drink tonight. We're finishing up our tour of the Alani Nu slush flavors.
What a tour it's been. A tour de force.
Yep. And we're here on our final one with Hawaiian shaved ice, which I'll count as a slush.
A tour de freeze.
The label on this has pictures of coconut or not pictures, drawings of coconut and strawberry. So I have to assume that's the flavor that we'll be going for here. And I'll give it a taste, and I'll rank them, the definitive final ranking amongst the Alani Nu shaved ice flavors.
Until they release a new one. I'll be cracking
good.
open my Monster Ultraviolet at the same time, so...
You know, I gave previously pink, which was strawberry, sort of had my highest rank amongst them. This is strawberry with coconut, and I kind of see why it shouldn't have like the top spot then, because it's a strawberry flavor, and then you add coconut to it. I love coconut. Let me give it another taste just to be sure.
To double check, you're doing the hard science here, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, because I can see why you might like the simplicity of just the strawberry and not the coconut in there, but I'm really thinking hard about this. This is all right. I'm going to start from bottom up. All right. Bottom cherry, still good. Then blue slush, and then you know what? As much as I hyped it up, I think it's going to be Hawaiian shaved ice and then pink. Like, the more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, I do appreciate the simplicity of just the strawberry and the pink. I really love coconut.
Well, that's fair.
having both of these flavors together, I know I hyped it up, but both of these flavors together, maybe just a little itsy bitsy too complex. It's still really fucking good, but just a little bit below the pink. This is an upset for me, but that will be the Alani ranking. Top to bottom, Hawaiian shaved ice, pink, blue, and cherry.
That'll do it for the stream snack? Okay. Yeah, I had to make sure. I had to make sure before we moved on. Thank you, Charkie, for the stream snack update.
I can't believe I changed my mind like mid-sentence. But that's the truth. That's the truth. The more I tasted it, I was like, you know what? Your strawberries might be better here.
Well,
we're playing games?
We're playing games. But first, the slightest, very slight history, barely even a history segment. Just an excuse to show this photo of David Cage, really, who was not actually born David Cage, born David de Gratola in June 9th, 1969, born in Mulhouse, France. Very good. Back in the day, these snippets here come from an interview conducted by Develop Online, which I think has since been discontinued, since been taken down, but the archive remains. David Cage provides a little bit of his own backstory here. He was asked by an interviewer, at what stage in your life did game development become an ambition? So David responds, I really have a musical background. I studied the piano for years when I was a kid. When I was about 14, I got into the music business. I ran a private sound studio in Paris, composing music for other people. The name of that studio is, even though he doesn't mention it here, that would be the Totem Interactive that we had referenced earlier. I was just composing all day, and I entered a period in my life when I was done with music, in a way. I had done it for about 15 years, non-stop, creating music for record artists, music for commercials, music for artists, music for video games. It got to the stage when I felt like I was done with music. I felt like I had done everything I wanted to. I had nothing else to say. I was working for other music companies in my studio all day long, and I just got tired of it. I had a passion for writing, I had a love for video games, so I decided I was going to write the game I've always wanted to play. More on that thread a little later. But this is just to establish that before he was in game design, and what I would argue here probably is that he was probably into video games from his youth, from pretty early on, and that basically the music was an excuse to get into game dev, that his commercial work he was doing was a bridge for him to start doing music for video games, and to hopefully from that point get into the game industry proper. Some details that he will relay later will sort of confirm that to an extent. But we have games to play, we have early credits. Let's get to him. Let's get to his first musical credit, his first video game credit, his first video game music credit, even.
Super Mario Brothers.
Not quite. Super Dany. This is a 1994 release, developed by Cryo Interactive, published by Virgin Interactive, only in France. This is a French exclusive. And in case you're wondering who Dany here is and why he's so super, this was the mascot for the French food corporation known as Danone. You may know them better as the Danone Company here in the United States. I believe they do the Go-Gurts. Danimals? Danimals. They do Danimals.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
I think Yoplait is Go-Gurt, maybe.
You might be right. So yes, this is a mascot platformer. This is an adver game of sorts. And we're going to play it. And then remember, folks, we're going to listen to the music and then make an evaluation of it. See if he had the chops. It'll launch in a moment. There's that Cryo logo.
Yep. I've never seen it on an SNES game, to be honest.
Dialing it in.
Did you get the actual live performance CD for the soundtrack?
I wish.
It has the vocals on it.
Oh, how did those go?
What I really want to do is make a game about racism, but with robots.
Instead, I'm stuck here making a game about a yogurt mascot. Okay. How do we go down in this menu? How do we select?
Select.
Oh.
Wait, which one was it?
I know what it is. It's because I got a new controller.
Oh.
Yeah, I got this 8-bit do gimmick.
How's that treating you?
I hate it.
Cool. I was thinking of getting one.
Yeah, I got the Xbox Pro 2 controller, or the Pro 2 wired controller for Xbox, if I'm looking at the box. It is not reading a single input of mine. The controller is lit up. I'm moving stuff around. I'm waggling. I think I have to go back to my broken controller. This is an awesome start to the show. My DualSense broke, folks. And I decided to cheap out, and I'm not going to make that mistake again, I don't think. Oh, boy. Rip-roaring start to the show right here. At least I know what the problem is. The problem is the controller. So once we get this sorted...
But hey, it has Hall Effect analog, so it won't drift.
I don't give a shit.
Magic Meows asked if you have it set to the right mode, because that is a thing with, like, stuff like that.
I didn't recognize anything.
We will workshop it after the show.
Hey, there we go. Wunderbar. Alright, I just gotta remember SNES controls now. Music on, sounds on.
You know what? Music off. How about
that? Destroy the gimmick. Destroy the flimsy premise for the stream. Appealing art.
High five, TV. Is this what French TV is like? Okay, I feel like we missed...
Ah, secours, les amis.
Ah, shit, my friends. Okay, I feel like we missed a lot. In terms of, like, why that happened.
Yeah, all I have here is the Launchbox Descripto. While Dany and his band watch television, they are suddenly snapped up by an evil laser beam sent by Dr. TV. Oop, I was not looking at the screen, I was looking at the text. An evil, crazy animator, that Dr. TV. Play with Dany, Matilde, and Marius to rescue Norbert, imprisoned in a castle. This platform game offers many traps and complex puzzles on 5 giant levels. So this game is my first time playing it. Doesn't feel good. Just right out the gate.
Oh no, Cat's not liking an SNES platformer?
I mean, look at the move speed.
Oh, look at the drop, the fall damage. Okay, fuck this.
So we have a jump button. That would be Nintendo B. We have an attack button, Nintendo Y. Nintendo X and A do nothing.
All right. Walk full tilt forward. And jump. Like, just do a moving jump. Okay. You were doing some jumps earlier that looked like it killed all your momentum, and I was curious if that's just how it worked.
Gotta jump those steps. Okay, so there is a use for Nintendo X, I believe, or Nintendo A, where if you're holding up and you press... Nope, it's the Y button. No, it's still the Y button, so... 2-button game.
I mean, we don't know what Super Nintendos were like in France.
It's true.
They might have been like repackaged NESs with different chips on the inside.
Muir saying select. Nothing. Start works.
Oh, start works.
That's
LNR.
good. Nada.
Right. Can you interact with that chest that was back? Oh, well, I bet you can after you get that. Unless it's for that. This has, like, a hub world feel to me. Like, I keep waiting for you to find the actual level.
Yeah, especially those statues at the beginning, which I assume are the other family members who got sucked into the TV.
Well, are they family members or are they his band?
Yeah, the description says band. Osorastus continue?
Do the French laugh backwards?
Oui, oui. Man, it is impossible to keep track of the continue countdown there, because it's rotating around the screen.
Yeah, it distracted you, and that's why you didn't continue.
Well, it also seemed like a waste, because I didn't make any progress in the game. Yes, we got the story the first time round.
Oh, fuck, my buddies.
This seems exceedingly basic, and not exactly the style of game that I know Cryo Interactive for. And I do know Cryo Interactive.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played a lot of their games, so I'm aware of a lot of their games. And most of the games I'm aware of from them are their PlayStation conversions or their PC games, which were far too ambitious to be actually released on the PlayStation.
We have one of those tonight.
Yeah. But yes, given the sentence I just said, I guess ambition is something I think of when I think of Cryo. But, you know, is this like one of their first games or something?
No.
Does that explain things? No.
Let's try select while we're facing these, because Mooware says it's an okay puzzle platformer. Every character has different skills. There's some button or button combo that lets you switch characters. I know that much. Oh, hold down select in L and R.
Okay, and they have their own life bars. They're okay. Your turn to be a statue, Super Dany.
So rather than the laser attack, she has sick jumps.
Is an alley-oop.
Too bad they take way too much damage to do anything. All right, let's check out this brat. He can crawl. Yeah, you know, Mooware, I'm glad that you like this game, but immediately, my opinion of this is quite low. This seems dull, plotting, very simplistic. Probably not great, in my humble opinion. But then again, I also hate all platformers, so, you know, why listen to me on matters of the platformer?
Okay, so I looked up a list of Cryo Interactive's games, and while this isn't one of their first. This is a very early one for them. This is their 8th game.
That's
Out of many games. So relatively early in their career, but they had made Doom before this.
I just realized that pushing that box all the way to the left probably wasn't particularly useful. Can I push it further than this rock?
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm not going to spend the entire night on it, but I didn't realize that Cryo did Gadget Past This Future, which is a weird game.
Can't push it any further. Can I push it back up the steps? Nope. Whatever this box was meant to do, I have wasted it. I have broken it. And now I must do the walk of shame all the way back.
Mooware says might be their first console game, which...
Fuck off! Really?
It is... not, actually.
Ah!
First
Charkie,
console
this
game,
sucks.
It looks like it does. First console game was Mega Race on 3DO and Sega CD.
You're fucking taking a turn of this.
Yeah, I figured I would be.
So that someone can... Yeah, take over.
Alright, let's see. What was my attack? Oh, that. Oh, that's... okay. All the way on the other side of the controller, sure.
Yeah, like I said. Y and B.
So I know that weighs nothing.
Or X and B, I guess. I don't remember my Nintendo notation beyond the A and B being flipped. So to switch characters, hold down select and then press L and R.
Oh. Can I do that anywhere?
Apparently. And wherever you drop that character off is where they turn into a statue.
Oh, is it? I can't climb them. Okay, so we're not in a Lost Viking situation here.
Nope, no stack in here. I wonder if you have to flip that switch on the right-hand side.
Did I pass it, or?
Well, yeah, from the start of the level. Now break your legs.
Yeah. All right. Good. Good. I love fall damage in platformer games. That's
One of your favorite things.
Things. Yeah.
You message me sometimes at like 3 in the morning just to be like, Cass, I know you're sleeping, but I just have to tell you how much I love fall damage in platforming games. Right. Mooware says you can run. I was double tapping the direction pad. I was trying different combinations of buttons. So if you can tell us how to run, it'll be appreciated. I would just as soon assume that this is like a game for very young children, and they're just
very young children
streamlining.
Who are very hungry for yogurt.
In the meantime, keep trying button combinations, I guess. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, he needs some time to get ready. It's Nintendo Y. So you hold it, and then he starts going.
All right, good to know. So 3-button game. We've graduated.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do it from. Okay. So I'm gonna hold Y, and then I'll start moving forward. So you can see exactly how long it takes for the run to actually kick in.
Yeah, not great. Now, this guy I couldn't kill with my lasers. Maybe another character has to be the one. Or, you know what, it probably is Kid has to crawl underneath it.
Yeah. Well, let me get him over here. Right.
All right, now traverse the entire level. Get back to where you once were.
Well.
And get crushed to death by it now. Well, items to pick up. Doesn't look there's anything further to the right, which is nice.
How do I pick it up?
By tapping down on it. Now, the problem is that you're already crawling. Will picking it up make you stand up? Or do you have to stand up to even pick it up?
I might have to... Uh, I... Huh. Huh. I had to stand to pick it up. But that it was enough to kill me.
Ay, ay, ay. While I'm rewinding that
Okay,
shit.
so it's not the kid. It's definitely not... Keep reminding me further than I'll have 3 hearts, because fuck this. Yeah, okay.
Get out of there.
Do I... Here's the next question. Do you think I need that?
Who's to say?
Let's see if she can do anything about this. Alright.
Cool gymnastics.
This is the speed strat. Oh, fuck. This is part of the speed strat too, you know? You just don't know it.
This is actually optimization for later in the run.
Alright, get ready for the rewind, because I want to know. Well, I didn't get damage.
It's not helping at all, but...
Not helping, no. Alright, well... Danny boy, you're up.
The pipes are calling.
Do you think this worked? Do you think this increased sales of yogurt? Because that's the only reason this was made, right? Someone was like, this will increase sales of yogurt. Yes, 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 everyone in the board meeting said.
Signs point to no. It's for me, speaking personally. I mean, I guess I don't know what sales numbers are. Now, don't. Oh, yeah, good. You're smarter than I am.
Cool. Rewind?
What a piece of shit.
Alright, no, oh, actually, can I... Okay, I can't kill him. Alright, I didn't know if I was going to be able to or not. Nope. What if I have to be in the exact right spot, like his hand has to touch that thing? Okay.
I think these are just background elements. Oh, fuck off. Get the kid.
Yeah. Is the kid going to make it across this thing? Am I going to make it across? Yes. Yeah, buttons. Okay. Can't run upstairs. Okay.
Oh, you know what? The box. Is there any way to
What?
get the box on top of the thing? Or no, he can't even push it. He's too weak.
He can't. A, he can't push it. B, there's a lip up here. Where I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to get it over. Need that rewind.
Oh my god. Merzen Doof does say something though, which is that we need someone to go statue mode on the moving platform. Otherwise, there's no getting back up without taking the fall damage.
On this, okay.
There you go. Better.
And attack. Well,
Helmet
perfect.
acquired.
Up. So this is a Lost Vikings, but real bad. Also, I was gonna say music, not blowing me away. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, that is fair. It's
He
not
can push
terrible. It's not objectively
No.
awful in the way I think people were just immediately hoping for. He wouldn't have gotten gigs if he was just objectively awful
Yeah.
at composition. And Stonewall.
this. Yeah. I hope that's not important. I mean, what could it possibly be important for?
Muware, who seems to be our Super Dany expert in the chat, says that you can actually beat this level with a girl alone, and most other levels as well.
Actually, now what? Now that I think about this.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Whoa! Ta-da! Okay, wait a minute.
You can't jump on top of them.
Okay, maybe he can actually kill the bat, and we're just like missing. See, all those shots are missing. Okay, those aren't. Huh.
We've explored as much stage as I can recall.
Let me think about this. Blueware did say, we can beat the stage with the girl alone. That tells me that this is all I need, ultimately.
Mr. Taco suggests maybe the helmet makes you immune to the bat?
Well, who has the helmet?
The little kid.
Oh. Yes.
Huh.
Of course. Well, I always
Potion
get
acquired.
confused about what. All right, no idea what it does. In fact, like we're just sort of here now. Again, really hope I didn't need that box.
I can't
What
think
could
of...
a potion? What could a potion? Potions are just health. Okay. Well.
You probably need to push that box down to use as a platform to get to the upper part. That does not say you can push that box down to use it as a platform, says Video Game King. Yeah, if the step weren't in the fucking way.
Maybe it's a ability. You know what? I think I figured this game out, right? I think the point of this game was to sell strategy guides, and the strategy guides would be listed in parts on special cartons of yogurt. Like you get a random hint under each cap. What?
The fuck?
What am I supposed? I don't know if anyone has like an ability that could.
I think we've seen all the character abilities.
Yeah.
And their incredibly limited capacity.
I am now focused on that comment that you can get through this level with the girl alone, because that's making me think this tool is the only one I need.
There's no guides for this on Game FAQs.
Yeah, I can see that the girl jumps higher. I can't stand on my friends. Unless... always get these controls confused. No, I can't crouch down and then change to someone else. So she could, like, stand on his back.
Like a step ladder, step stool.
Is Takeshi's challenge jump, crouch down, and then jump?
Can she grab onto that ledge on the right?
Ah, god damn it. Yeah.
Big asks for a first level.
This still doesn't feel like a level. It just somehow still feels like it's a pub world. You know what? I don't have to fight him.
Yeah, no.
What do I need over there?
I would probably, turn her into a statue on the platform so that the baby can get up here and get the, not that platform. Slime Generator just says, that lady's hair looks like a shrimp. Which is correct, which is not incorrect. One item at a time. Can you open that door down below with the key? Only the baby has the key.
Yeah, only the baby has the key. I was hoping the platform would break and they'd all just die. So like, game over. No. I think those silver keys are only for the doors that are like sideways.
Is there an item to drop or a button to drop items, I wonder? To trade the helmet or the key to a character in need?
Doesn't seem to be. I'm trying different combinations of every button.
It was worth a shot. All right. Now get her on top of that. Don't get slashed.
See if he can kill a sword with a laser. No. But you know what? Thinking of her. What?
Crawl under it. Or just go this other way. She doesn't have the key.
I would need the key. Yes. Alright.
This game seems like soft lock central.
Oh, okay. Damn it. Okay, you can't do that in midair. Oh, thanks for the lift. This is dumb.
You don't say.
You think that's the exit right there? The thing.
Yeah, going through the
flashing?
TV. God, I hope so.
There we go.
Does she still have the key on her?
I picked up a different key.
Does the kid have the key too? No, you
Nope.
just lose your items between.
It was that level's items. This is not entertaining. I will say that.
No. You need a helmet to deal with those bats.
I need a helmet.
Or.
Wait a minute.
Or we can move on to the next game.
Oh, please, yeah.
That's going to do it for Super Dany. Auspicious. Auspicious beginnings for one David Cage in the industry.
But hey, it's not David Cage's fault.
Yeah, not necessarily. The music is his fault.
I think we can say that for almost every game. If it sucks, it's not his fault yet.
Not yet. But it also means if it's good, it's also not because of him.
Yes.
Two-sided sword there. Hey, if you're a French kid who loves that game was your childhood, more power to you. And I'm sorry for you. But we move along.
At least you had the yogurt.
We move along to our next game. Cheese Cat-Astrophe, starring Speedy Gonzales for the Mega Drive. I said Mega Drive because this did not come out in North America. This is a European, a PAL exclusive Genesis game.
I have a hunch about what this game might be, but I'll have to see it in motion first. Specifically, we'll see moving forward.
Motion, big word. Big definitely ties into this. Louise PSC says Sonic 4, referring to a famous pirate Sonic the Hedgehog game, a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 for the Super NES, which is based off of the Super NES Speedy Gonzales game, which is to say, this is not the game you are thinking of, Louise PSC. Sad to say. But this game may be interesting nonetheless. Let's take a look at what we missed out on here in North America, here in the NTSC regions of the world. Quiet intro.
Yeah. David Cage's John Cage period.
1995 release date on this, by the way. And again, developed by Cryo Interactive, published by Sega Enterprises. I think the release date on this is February 1st, 1995. I know what the problem is. Because I didn't say, hey, forget about that Xbox One controller and just... Let's go with the good stuff here. Let's go with the shit that actually works. Here we go. Did you steal control? Did you press a button?
I did not press a button.
I pressed left and it selected English.
Huh. I don't have control.
Let's switch this to 4x3. Oh, I see. It kicks you to that title screen if you linger too long on this screen.
Oh, okay.
Once upon a time, in a small village of Mexico.
Wouldn't in Mexico be... Oh, well. Good animation.
Yeah, no, this is excellent animation, as a matter of fact.
I mean, kind of feels like one of those like activity center, make your own Simpsons animation kind of vibes to it.
Yeah, we're on the Mega Drive, not the Pico, but nonetheless. Since when did Sylvester go up against Speedy Gonzales?
I mean, he's a cat.
Sure, but two different... I don't know. I mean, I guess there was that brief...
They've probably...
Where Wile E. Coyote went against Bugs Bunny, so...
Yeah.
Yes, we saw it. It was impressive, but...
I feel like Sylvester probably went up against... Oh, that's fast.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's real fast.
Medium, hard, easy. Thanks, David.
Yep.
Alright, enough fucking around. Hold on. Passwords?
Ugh.
Ugh. No, thank you, David.
David was like, "No, I did a bad. No, you don't have to put this one, please. No, I'll put in the password screen. No one's gonna use that."
Ugh.
I bet you want that Sonic Spinball soundtrack now.
Start the game. Bugs is telling us a secret. Find me some carrots, Doc.
He's whispering.
Oh, please, then take it away.
Find me some carrots, Doc.
Very good.
I will help you.
The desert, the sand dunes.
The world one.
Well, this is immediately faster than Super Dany.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay, so I was wondering something. This didn't come out in America, right? This one?
Oh.
Bye. Oh, no, never mind, not deaf.
There is, I will tell you, a Game Gear version of this, which did come out in North America.
Okay.
Look at those animations. Buttery smooth and also way too fast.
So I thought for a moment that the fact that this could come out in America, that this actually could have been like a reskin of Desert Demolition starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Nope, I've played that game and it is a different one.
Yeah, okay. I have also played that game. I had it on the Game Gear.
I want that pepper. Give me that pepper. Give me that pepper.
Platforms of this era really love putting
There we go.
like big power-ups in places that you're like, I don't know how to fucking get that thing. But we figured it out. Ooh, that low attack is making me think of animation over gameplay priority.
What can we do with this Acme box? It's flashing when we stand on it.
You can do that. I don't know what you did, but you could do it. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's very, very, very fast. It's Speedy Gonzales. And it's on the system with blast processing. Were you much of a fan of Speedy Gonzales as a kid?
Not particularly. Oh! Okay. Left. Right.
Yep.
Left. That turnaround animation delays your movement.
That's what I was talking about. Animation over gameplay.
It's like Men in Black on the Game Boy Color all over again. Check out our recent chance time.
I was thinking of like Wolverine on NES. Check out our LJN connection.
Oh, we're out of hats. Out of sombreros.
No, you have one left.
Nope. Oh, the one on her head. Very funny.
Yeah.
No, Speedy was not my favorite.
Speedy's like, I'll take this off when I'm dead.
For me, I was always a Daffy kid. And a Daffy adult at that, too.
Okay. If I had to say my favorite, as a kid, it would have been Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Like, that was my favorite of the Looney Tunes cartoons. In general, like, my favorite Looney Tunes cartoon, period, is Daffy Duck and Duck Amuck. But
no fall damage here, by the way.
Good.
Just thought that should be known.
Reds can drop a real far distance and be fine. Actually, because they're really small. The Limburger or whatever it is. Yeah. There you go. It's cheese.
Oh, it slows you down.
Oh, it makes it more playable.
I don't know if that's the word for it.
Okay.
Fuck! I don't know what I thought was going to happen there when I was slowed down and couldn't jump as far.
Oh, I thought you were aiming to get all of those, but, well. When I was a kid, though, like, my sister's favorite Looney Tune character was Pepe Le Pew, and I don't know what that says about her.
Nothing good. I don't even know what that means.
She had a lot of Pepe Le Pew stuff.
More holes. I just can't imagine those
dance.
leading anywhere particularly important. But let's see anyway.
And they lead to more chili peppers. There you go.
Well, if that's the case...
That one's death, though. No.
No, it's just the. Oh,
Yeah, but what if? Oh, it's mandatory, or is it? I thought. Okay, that number didn't change. I thought the Mouse and a Sombrero X5 might have been the number of your friends you had to save. I think that's just your lives.
possible. People in the chat are mentioning various Looney Tunes cartoons, including the Looney Tunes show, the one where Bugs and Daffy are roommates, quote unquote roommates. Definitely not just a gay couple.
I mean, originally that was Daffy and Porky.
Oh yeah, that's right. What I remember from that show is a couple of things. First of all, I remember that there's some decent gags in that show. Secondly, I remember I'm a Martian. The awful musical numbers they had at the end of every episode.
This is proving to be an issue.
It sure is. And the third thing I remember is that Speedy Gonzales, because they didn't want to be racially insensitive, made him work at a pizza parlor.
Oh.
As opposed to a taqueria, I guess. Alright. Let's try this again.
Whoa, I didn't remember that being there. Oh, there you go. That's the answer. Oh, it's... Oh, God, what's his name?
Sylvester? Oh, no, it's the,
It's his nephew. Can't remember.
Well, I can't attack him either, so...
Sylvester Jr. Okay, thanks, Bob. I think that is the correct answer.
Well, Sylvester Jr. will remain...
It's probably not his nephew then if it's Sylvester Jr.
So we should probably comment, just because, you know, we have the gimmick. How's the music here? I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, so far that's been the music. It's been there. It has done its job. And if he was like contracted to do music, I guess that's literally what he was there for.
I mean, it's literally his job. Yes. I gotta get the carrot. And the only way to do that is to jump on enemies.
It's appropriately speedy.
Oh,
that's how you get. Okay.
Well, I solved it a different way than intended, but I solved it nonetheless. I just noticed that there is
you have a burnout.
Yeah, it's like a spin dash if you hold down the A button. Genesis A, I believe this is mapped to. Because, you know, you don't move fast enough otherwise.
Yeah.
The music certainly moves fast enough. S. Cool S. Alley-oop.
Look, he's Speedy Gonzales, not Slowpoke Rodriguez. Who is a character in Speedy Gonzales, just so you know.
Alright.
I didn't just make that name up off the top of my head.
I want you... I don't hate this, but I want you to control it just to see what it's like.
Sure.
So I'm going to switch it over to you, just so you can get a sense for this thing. Stop making him hump the air.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get really...
This is a family show, goddammit.
I get really easily entertained by different animations. All right. What's A? What? How are you Oh, there we go. What?
I will say, I really like the way this game looks.
The whole I go.
The controls could be a little tighter. Would you agree that it feels a little loosey-goosey because of the speed?
Yeah, there's like a moment where his acceleration picks up real suddenly.
It's very easy to overshoot things.
Yeah. Yeah, like, especially in the air.
Also, I think they probably could have done something differently with the hat, rather than having it be so sparse. They
Yeah,
probably
I
could have
feel
had
like that
it
could have been-
like a meter or something.
Or just not limited. Just let him have an attack.
No, I mean just to slow it down. Like a meter would be like a cooldown on using it. Like you have to wait a second before you toss to the next hat. Or just have it be like a boomerang, right? Where you can't toss it until it returns to you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I don't think you need to really limit it that much. Oh. Can he attack up?
He has that boxing glove that I've seen him use if you're holding up and jump. Yes.
Yep, that's an attack. I'm glad they do let you look around. Because a lot of these would be like completely blind jumps otherwise. Oh, that's... I mean, it would be worse if I couldn't do this. This would be a nightmare right here.
Oh, yes, in
doesn't
terms
look-
of getting out of, negotiating
Yeah.
between those, yeah.
But it doesn't look good. This level feels like it's been going on semi-forever.
Oh, okay, so when the boxes are flashing, get back there.
Okay.
Stand on it. Now use A.
What? Now, is that going to take me to the exact same... Nope. Just another mouse to save.
I'm assuming we have to rescue these little buggers, or...
There's
know,
no
that-
meter telling me, like, you have to save these guys.
Well, I don't want to leave them behind. They're my friends. Or, I mean, Speedy's friends, but...
By proxy, my friends. Ah, God damn it.
Oh, that sucks.
Let me get rid of that one. Oh, well, no, I guess you get to ride this time. Right, come back. He's not coming back, is he?
He's coming back.
Fine.
You can remember, you can toss the hat by pressing B. I'm rewinding you.
For some reason, B is on the... Ooh! Rewind me.
Ugh. Okay, a little more.
God damn it. Yeah, these controls aren't, super precise. There we go. And done. And done.
I think it's probably something in the hole. I think you need to jump on that branch, go left, and back down the hole.
Oh, I really hope that... I really hope that you don't need to get everything in the level because we've missed so much.
Maybe just carrots. Oh, right, this one was the dead end. It's one of the other holes, then. What was the hole that had the whole, like, section underneath? Looked like a whole, like, not particularly elaborate, but, like, multi-tiered.
It was a little while where he's back, but... See.
Was it this one?
Was it this one? I might have skipped this one. No, this looks right. Yeah, because I killed that bat.
Oh, I see another carrot there. On the left-hand
A
side.
carrot?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a carrot. Don't know what that does for me. Speedy's not really much of a carrot eater, I think. Oh, right, Bugs was like,
Yeah.
get my carrots then.
Video Game King says, obvious observation, the quality of David Cage's music depends heavily on how much direction he's given and how much room he's given to play around with a given project. You're telling me that he wasn't given much room to flex in the Super Dany experiment? I sure hope your carrots are intact. I think they are, because other items are missing from the playfield that you picked up earlier.
Wait, okay, that one goes that way. Like, I don't know where I am relative to anything right now.
At the beginning of the second part of the level.
Okay, got that. Up. Up.
See, this is the danger
This
of a
doesn't-
level going on forever of reusing a tile set multiple times in a
Yes.
row, is that you forget how
Yeah,
far
especially
you've
if you
come.
weren't, especially if you weren't the one playing it.
Yeah,
and
that-
you were partially looking at chat. Alright, so what about this hole?
I wonder if you need to get to the end of the level now that
Nope.
we've collected every carrot.
Are you sure we've collected every carrot?
I'm as reasonably sure as I'm gonna be.
But I just gotta check.
Yep, we've been here, done that.
Like, if there is a required number of something to get,
They should show that on the
really
screen.
be on the screen. Yeah. Well,
It's fine.
whatever.
Yep, okay.
Start over.
Huh? The Rocky Mountains.
There we are. Well, why is that the exit of the stage and not all the way to the right? I had to do something special to get all the way to the right, and there was nothing there. Oh, they stop moving if I move. No, wait.
No, it's a layer of parallax.
But it's working weird. Do you see that? Like,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be happening.
Can you jump
if
on
I
top
go
of
left, I'm sure. No?
that? Huh.
Wait. Oh, wait. I have a new command now. Up and A. So... Huh. Sure.
Good to know.
It's
Different
only
levels.
on these... I found this by fucking accident. It has to be on that kind of rock.
Rev
Hey,
up.
go for it. Go for it. You know that drill tweet about so long suckers and then burning out and then the smoke clears and then like
It's still
he's
there.
just dead. Okay. Yep.
This song is significantly less endearing than the previous stage's song.
What? Whoa! Why did that throw me forward?
Maybe bounce off of that snake. Upwards and onwards.
You're asking a lot. Ooh! Oh, almost. I almost had it. He's not gonna come back because I killed him.
Oh, there's gotta be another way up then.
There's a way down.
To hell. Alright, I'm taking over.
Alright. You think Speedy's going to heaven? I hope so.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he sold some cheese, but he sold it for a
Oops.
good cause.
I forgot the jump button.
I don't even know what the hell that thing's supposed to be.
Ow. Huh?
No? Well, surely there's something. Maybe if you jump all the way... If you take a running jump all the way to the right. Maybe there's something.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're going a blind jump.
Yeah, leap of faith. Yep. Don't like it that. Don't like that. EBH.
Oh, there's a one up there. Cool.
The way
Fuck
you
this.
accelerate in the air is so, like, disorienting.
And the number of enemies that you can't hurt. Between Sylvester Jr., that plant, that cactus fucking thing.
Also, your basic attack, your only real attack, being very rare.
And also not effective against most things you fight.
That is. Okay, you can, yep.
Fuck.
Cool.
Oh, you don't
Cool.
climb up the whole climbing animation is automated.
Yes.
So you're not like holding up to move
choose,
up.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I would say this is not slow. This is not offensive, but I mean, in terms of gameplay, this is not offensive, but like, it's not good.
Compared
It's
to
not
Super Dany, this is the greatest platform I've ever fucking
Yeah,
played.
sure. Like, we have Cryo has improved a little bit here between the two, but
Fuck that. This is brutal too, because if we died here, we'd go back to the beginning of the stage and have to
Yeah.
redo all this excellent platforming. Oh my!
speaking of all the way back to the start of the stage,
You're fucking with me.
you got Bubsied. Go through that door, see what happens. Okay. Well, it gets you to one of these guys.
That's great. That's Cheese Catastrophe, starring Speedy Gonzales. Flummoxed. Strange. Impressive in some ways. Absolutely torturous in others. But, you know. That's all, folks. For that game, at least. Hey, you know what the next game we're going to play tonight is?
What?
Cheese Catastrophe, starring Speedy Gonzales.
Oh, but you see, he's going the other way.
Yes, he's running from stage right to stage left now, as opposed to the other cover. This is
Other
the
way
Game
around.
Gear version. Did I mix up stage left and stage right?
Yes.
Of course I did. So, yeah, Game Gear version of this game. This one did come out in North America. And David Cage is still credited on it as the composer. So I'm just curious to see if there's... Well, obviously there's going to be differences in the music, but we want to see if he tried to maintain the same compositions for a weaker piece of hardware, for a weaker sound chip. And we might as well see how the game holds up, too.
Yeah. Maybe this one will be more prog rock inspired.
Who's to say? You never know until you play the game. And I'm going to make you play this because you're our resident Game Gear expert.
Sure. Didn't you have a Game Gear?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
No siree. Warner Brothers Consumer Products.
No, the name of the company is just Consumer Products.
Here we go.
Same languages. Same, just silent screen. Nope, okay.
Can't help but notice you tried to go to options there and it just took you directly into the game.
Start takes you to the game. So, it maintains the speed. But on this resolution, that is a really bad thing.
Also, this might be a slightly different level design.
Yeah.
Instead of
Bugs didn't
cheese,
tell
you
me
just have hearts.
Bugs didn't tell me anything about, like, getting a carrot. Jesus. Oh, goodbye.
Holy hell. Yeah, this screen resolution and this speed do not go together.
That gives you flashbacks to playing Sonic 2 on Game Gear.
Johnny Baghead asks, is this how the sound should sound? I would think so.
Yeah, this is what Game Gear sounds like.
It's that Doppler effect that they're trying to produce that is, like, suspect to me.
Like, I have two ways I can do this. I can do this, I can try and be as careful as possible, or I can just, like, let Jesus take the wheel and say, fuck it, if I survive this level, I survive this level. A key. Okay. Huh?
Okay.
Oh. Okay. That's how you save the mice. Ah!
Which we still don't know if that's even necessary or not, but...
I mean, you would think, right? Usually that's the point of these kind of things. Actually, usually that's what Speedy's doing, is he's saving his friends. How do I get out of here? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, listen to this. This is much cleaner, this audio. People are saying it sounds like the audio tearing you'd hear in a stuttery emulator, but... This sounds much... I think it's just weird instrumentation choices.
Alright, I'm missing something.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
This is the way I gotta play this game. Just gotta keep jumping forward.
Slowly but surely. Which is Speedy Gonzales' catchphrase.
This doesn't really play badly, but it is so much worse. Oh, that's it. Shorter levels.
Well, thank God for that. Do you have your lasso?
Nope.
Nope, stripping mechanics out of the game.
Let's just make this jump. Nope. How many lives do I have? How many lives do I have? No idea.
You'll never know. Oh, people are realizing now it's the jumping sound effect. It makes it sound like something's going wrong with the audio, but no, that is just the sound effect chosen.
This is frustrating. That's maybe the best way to put it. If you stay in one spot for too long, that happens. Can't go in the doors.
Except that one, which also had a snake in.
Well, there was a key there.
Ah.
So that takes you to, you know, where your friends are.
To the mouse zone.
I think I just gotta get to the... Ah, not this time, motherfucker. I think you just gotta get to the, Yeah, that's it.
Wow, you're really...
You can probably just, like, blow through this game.
The dry lands.
Boss! Not a boss. I thought that was a boss. Yep, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Get through this. Ah. Oh, well, I looked into that.
Got a pretty good clip.
I only have half a heart left, though. Fuck. From here? Okay, sure.
That's just unavoidable. He's just like, yeah, fuck you for dying here. We're gonna extra punish you.
Fuck.
I don't know if the level designers fully thought this one out.
All right.
Move left immediately. Oh.
Huh. Ow.
All right, let me try this. Oh.
Move right immediately.
Yeah, I forgot. I have to keep doing this until I actually remember to save my configuration.
Maybe this is the one where you have to save all your mouse friends. Like, maybe there's a hole I skipped over, and if you'd gotten all of them, then the exit sign would have showed up.
No key in this corner. Oh, for fuck's sake. Try this hole. I just want to see if we get out of the desert at any point. Hear maybe one more song from Mr. K. That? Oh, I see. First the snake bit me, then the bird got... Ugh. This game is so rude.
Keep up the speed. Rapide, allez, allez.
Exit.
I translated the French because it's cryo-interactive.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh! You can't throw your hat. So all these hats we saved up, useless. What can I do here?
Surely have to do something with the dynamite, right? Like before it blows up. Yep. Oh, you can just... Okay. Bad use of sound? Bad use of, like, the concept of sound.
Yeah. I'm blaming David for this one, too. Fuck that. Yeah, so you press down to pick it up, just like in Super Dany. And then you use the button to activate it, and there's clearly some timing on this.
Yeah.
That I'm not quite mastered.
Did Sylvester get his ears, like, clipped off or something? He looks like he's missing the top part of his head.
Ugh. This is the worst Robotnik fight I've ever played.
I was getting, like, Robotnik vibes out of that.
Sylvester's Island of Danger. I almost read that as Dancer. A Weekend in Hawaii. Whatever that highest pitch note is.
David Cage was like, yeah, I'm really getting into the triangle these days.
I think that'll do it for Cheese Cat-Astrophe, sure, starring Speedy Gonzales on the Game Gear. Brutal.
Antifreeze says tinnitus core.
Yes. That is the adjective I will co-opt and use to describe what we just encountered there. Ready for another game?
Go for it.
Timecop.
Oh, I've played this one before.
This is based on the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, if memory serves.
Yep.
I don't remember it being a particularly good movie, but maybe the game will be better. This was released 1995 as well, April 6th, 1995. Another Cryo interactive game published by JVC. JVC, that is. Okay. I've played this one as well. So, not particularly looking forward to playing it again.
I always get Time Commando confused with Time Cop. I always assume Time Commando is a Time Cop game, but it is not. It's the only one, to my knowledge.
Now, this is SNES core music.
Weird.
Oh, a preview of Level 5, which I doubt we will make it to. Let the demo play out a little bit. Uh-huh. It doesn't look good, does it?
This is the future of graphics. Like I said, this looks better than what I remember when I played it, which is Level 1.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made it past Level 1. Why would I? I don't think the demo player here is going to make it much further either. Alright. Headbang to this. Alright. Jump. Fire. Oh yeah. Kick it up, Cage.
I think a friend of mine had a friend who worked on this movie.
Really now?
Yeah. Like he was someone on set. Like an actor.
Thanks to Max Walker and the Time Enforcement Commission, Tech, the time travel system created by Professor Hans Kleendust didn't fall into Senator Aaron McComb's hands. Thank God for that. A new security system called Timescan has been developed to intercept immediately anyone who tries to change the course of history. The use of Timescan allows Walker to leave his dangerous job of time enforcement. After a last routine mission, he got ready to leave tech offices when he noticed a new logo on the electronic devices of the company. HKE, Hans Kleendust Electronics. What a face. So he wasn't dead during the first experiment. Walker is suddenly teleported. He finds himself in a new building, seized by armed guards who bring him in front of Kleendust. And he was looking just like this. Kleendust hails Walker as the last human allowed to travel through time. Kleendust explains that he became the master of today's technology by being the only person able to conceive Timescan, and since its activation, the only person able to travel through time with impunity. However, his status of Time Master bores him. He needs a worthy opponent to play against on the board of time. Oh my god. Let the duel begin. Oh, it's still going? I mean, I guess it's good in case you didn't watch the movie and decided to buy the Timecop game sight unseen, based on the cover alone, or Cryo's reputation. Mm-hmm.
FBI. Get on it.
All right, David Cage incorporating samples into this. He couldn't do that on the Genesis before it, but...
Get on it.
This punch
There's
animation
no such thing as a second chance.
is one of the most jank things I've seen in quite some time. Don't look good. And the kick is so delayed and also has no range.
Listen, they didn't have Van Damme in the studio long enough to get all the frames. I'm only assuming that this is actually Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Clearly. Got a beat and I can dance to it.
You know,
Alright.
I hate time travel stories. I hate every time travel story. I think it invites such sloppiness and such like unnecessary confusion into the thing. Like, even if they keep it tight, which they rarely do, it either ends up being confusing or still opening up so many questions where you're like, oh, why didn't they just do this? Why couldn't they just do that instead?
I hate this.
Get on it.
I hate the
Yeah.
turnaround time. I hate how bad the animation looks when it transitions.
Do you think long turnaround times is the Cryo special?
Developer trademark. Bobinator asked a question. Can you get it from chat for me, please?
Let me see
It's
if I can
already
find
scrolled
it. Here it is.
off.
Not so much a question as it is a statement. There's a Sega CD prototype of this featuring, quote, high quality, unquote, renditions of these classic tunes.
Good to know.
I do hope the sample quality for the FBI, Get On It, is the same, though.
I love the slowdown.
It's time shit, right? Time is dilating.
I couldn't jump over the guy. Even though there was other enemies I could totally jump over. More bullets? Don't mind if I do. Oh! Almost fell off the edge.
Maybe you can jump over them because they're crouching?
Can I go through the doors? I hope not. Because that would open up a whole new level of,
Doesn't.
FBI.
Surf's up, dude. Just calm. God, that's stone cold.
I hope there's really no, like, maze-like element. I hope this is just, like, mostly linear in its design.
There we go.
Oh, thank Christ.
All right. I was about to say, no, it loops vertically.
You're stuck in a time loop. And the only way we knew how to
No, it's
translate that to a video game is to have
No,
the
it's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on NES.
Oh, yeah, let's put an object right in the way at the start of the level. Fuck it, why not, right?
Nowhere else to put it.
What's with all
They had
these
this object
exploding
like-
walls?
They don't run a very like tight ship over here at whatever it's called now because of time fuckery.
So you
Like, that's-
can't crouch punch, you
like-
can crouch kick. But
Like he noticed that the name of the stuff on his equipment was different, right? He shouldn't have noticed. That's not how time should
yeah, it would
work,
just have
right? It
always
should
been the
just be-
case. Yeah.
Like how if time was changed like that, then why didn't everyone in the world go like, wait, it wasn't like this? Why is this one guy in charge now? It was something different like 1 second ago.
You'd have to watch Timecop to find out. I'm sure they answer every question. I'm sure this random Jean-Claude Van Damme 90s movies is the best to ever explain time travel. The most thorough.
Like people always say like Primer is real good about as a time travel movie, and like I think the only reason they say it's good is because, well, it's really fucking complicated. Like, you really need to take a lot of time and have a PhD to figure this shit out. That's why it's so good. It's like, I don't fucking want that in the movie.
What movie did you say?
Primer.
Never heard of Primer.
It's a time travel movie. It's really complicated. You have to find charts online that say what all the time loops are.
Yeah, no. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a time travel movie I
take-
really liked, but
I'm Headful says, I take it Charkie hates Men in Black 3. Never saw it, but probably wouldn't like it for several reasons.
oh my god, the slowdown here is brutal. This is what you David Cage may have had more tools to play with the sound card, but the developers lost their blast processing, and that really bit him on this one.
Johnny Baghead says, I like what Time Splitter's Future Perfect does for time travel. It has a lot of fun with it. I do like Time Splitter's Future Perfect, if only because it's really taking the piss out of the
piss
time
takes,
travel
I
stuff.
think, are totally acceptable.
Yeah. And there's like a level in there that has actually like a real fun gimmick with the idea of like, hey, if I can just time travel a bunch, like, what's stopping me from doing this and this and this? And they kind of explore that in a real silly segment.
Oh, you know what? I think I fucked up. Because I picked up a timer, which alerts me to the fact that this level is timed, and that there is a bomb 1.
Yes. Perhaps this is like Alien 3. Video Game King asks, any thoughts on Madoka? No. In fact, I read that question thinking of something else. I was thinking of that one...
Yeah, Madoka Magica, I believe what they're asking about.
Yeah.
I've watched it. It's okay.
FBI.
See, for some reason, I was confused. I was thinking about that other show, the Harumi, the Melancholy of...
Of Suzumiya Haruhi.
Yeah. And I know they had that one thing, like the Endless 8, which was this episode that kept airing over and over again, and the idea was it was this super long time loop.
Well, there's slight variations on it each time they go through it.
Yeah. But I remember people were very upset about it, apparently, because it was mostly the same episode over and over again.
Yes.
I think that's funny. Okay, one other time travel thing that I do like is that Star Trek episode, Cause and Effect, or something like that.
Oh, I found another punch button, by the way. L and R do this. And Select does that. So that's what the bombs are. We don't have to defuse anything, thank Christ.
Now, you know that episode of Next Generation?
Yeah. Don't ask me to remember Star Trek episode names.
Yeah, but
There's also
they're all
Tomorrow's
playing
Enterprise.
yeah.
I remember that episode name.
I don't remember that one. But the time loop in that other episode, I feel like it could have gone on a little longer. Like, they could have like established a little better that they weren't super aware of it, because they figured it out pretty quick.
Well, yeah, they're the Enterprise. They're bright as shit.
Yeah.
This game
you say
sucks.
that, but you say that, but that's also an episode where if they just listened to Worf, they wouldn't have had the issue in the first place.
No, the problem is that Worf solutions are usually bad.
Worf's solution in this case was, hey, this area looks dangerous. Let's just not go there.
Yeah, the one time he urged caution as opposed to,
Yeah.
get the phasers online, let's nuke this thing from orbit. I like Worf, but he is not necessarily the guy I would go to for tactical advice in most cases.
Yeah, but in a situation where Worf's like, hey, maybe we should, like, be careful here, I think everyone should be like, oh, something's up. Something's not good.
This is plotting and repetitious in a way that, you know, most platformers do strike me as, but this feels particularly egregious, especially with the slowdown, especially with how many floors collapse underneath you and threaten to send you backwards, with how bad the melee is and how few bullets they give you. Like, all these melee attacks, I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme, what is he known for?
Yeah.
Doing the splits.
Right.
And in other, like, martial artistry. So what's the best weapon in this game? Gun. You know? Which, I mean, in fairness, a gun trumps martial artist every
Yes.
time. Can I kick this thing? Can I get rid of this Roomba? we go.
Oh, and you could take all of the dust it collected and eat it as a form of health. I wonder if they all drop health. Oh, well, wow.
Full health at that. The music has changed between stages. It's just unremarkable for David Cage's contribution to this.
Man, if that could be the takeaway at the end of this entire episode, every piece of music of David Cage is like, yeah, it's unremarkable.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
I mean, you did start by saying that this was not his passion.
No,
Right?
that
Yeah.
interview snippet at the beginning really gave away the game, that he did not give a fuck about music past a certain point, that he got sick of it and wanted to get into writing, directing these games, as opposed to just being a bit player. So we went all the way to the right and up, and now we need to go back down.
Oh, you got way further in this game than I ever managed to.
I'm wondering how many more stages this first part of the game is before we get to like the city streets or something. We probably won't last long enough to find out, because I'm already sick of this, and I think the audience is too. I feel like I can finish this level. They keep giving me clocks, which makes me worry that there's more level yet to see here.
Well, K4 Boom says, yeah, send us out. So out of spite, I'm going to say, let's keep going for a little bit longer.
Gotta be an exit coming up. There just has to be.
I'm also... I know Cass maybe set y'all up a little bit, but I'm also going to say, maybe folks in general don't say, next, please. But in this case, Cass did kind of set everyone up for it, so I'll let this slide.
Yeah, be like Slime and say, can this be the next long play?
Well, good news, it is. We're gonna finish this tonight.
You're gonna finish it. I like when the hearts give me full health.
Randomly,
We
but
have to find the answer by ourselves.
say something nice. Hey, after you kill this guy, turn around. Woo. Okay, when you're safe. Take out this guy. Stand up and turn around. That looks good.
No, it doesn't. It looks awful. Look at the transition once it gets back to the actual running sprites. How it just skips like 12 frames. For as smooth as the actual turnaround is, the transition back to...
Yeah, I just mean the turnaround itself.
Yeah, they learned their lessons from Speedy Gonzales. I'm trying to think of something nice to say about this for my part. It's certainly efficient in how much mileage they got out of this first world, I guess. Well, this is not even a real compliment. That's just obviously me taking the piss. You have a range of attack options.
Yeah.
That's not to say that most of them are good, but they are there.
Alright, did we finish the first level? Story? Or loading screen? Loading screen. Nope. Wait.
Boss.
Boss. Oh,
Maybe.
maybe?
Or cinematic run away from an explosion bit. I'll take either. As long as it means I don't have to do the fucking elevator dance again. Keep picking up those guns.
Oh!
Oh, that is shredding. Oh, I'm so glad we stuck around for this. For this song. For David Cage's magnum opus. Now I got plenty of gun, which is good. Wait, hold on. Don't want to lose that health. How long do you think this stage is going to be? Just scrolling to the left. Oh, no, there we go.
Oh, please run everyone over. Come on, like let the bodies fly up in the air or something.
Let us have this.
David Cage was like, "Yeah, I'll write some solos, but I really want to write solo is the story."
So is that our time machine?
Maybe. Hi. I'm here to tell you about programs the government doesn't want you to know. Wait, no, they're coming for me.
You have to stop him from controlling all future technology. I know his face. I know that character portrait shows up in the ending, the infamous ending to this game.
He is just like 12 question marks away from Matthew Lesko. Oh,
underwater level 1945 underwater. Oh my god,
Good.
we can't crouch. We can't punch. All we have is gun.
It's the 4th generation special. Foreground elements.
Oh my god! Could it be any more obtrusive in this case?
Someone find me a Super Nintendo or Genesis game where like there's a level that's entirely foreground. Like you're just not allowed to see the character, period. Because I'm sure that it exists.
If all the rest of the levels in this game are just running to the left, if they got all the elevators out of their system, no. We blew up underwater.
Exploded.
Oh boy.
Can you go right? No, it is just a go left.
That's gonna do it for Timecop.
Okay. It's safe to stay right there.
In case you ever need to come back to this, and I don't want to have to play through those first sets of levels ever again, that'll do it for Timecop. That's a bad game. It may surprise you to hear after all the things we said about it. Oh boy. We have another Genesis game up next.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting one in that it never came out. This is a prototype I was unaware of the existence of until I was researching for this stream. Apparently this was preserved at some point. Do I have a date on this article? No, I don't. I can just tell you the Hidden Palace did in fact preserve it. And the game in question is... Nope, that's not it. It's this. It is Out of the Vortex. I spoiled the next game by accident because I went too far ahead in the slideshow. Out of the Vortex. This is a prototype developed by Cryo Interactive, dated September 13th, 1995. We linked to the Hidden Palace page for it there. I believe this is a comic book adaptation. This is also a beat-em-up, a co-op beat-em-up that we'll be playing together. I don't know how close to feature complete this is. I know there are parts of it that don't have music, but there is music in the game, so it might be quiet at first. It might be dead silent because it's not finished, because they didn't write all the music for it. But I am under the impression, I am to believe, that David Cage is credited with what music does exist in this prototype. So I look forward to listening to that.
This is apparently a property from Dark Horse Comics, who I'm sure we'll see their logo. Or not.
Yeah, just right into the scroll here.
Well, prototype, so you know.
The Reaver Swarm leaders hunt down a small ship escaping with the secret of their ultra-powerful technology. Inside the ship, an alien scientist struggles for freedom. If he escapes, he will come back, for he has swore to avenge... I don't know. Stolen data he carries should help him in this fight. So it's okay, so alien comes to Earth. Yeah, called it. This probably would have been sick with some music.
I don't know, I'm getting some Speedy Gonzales vibes from this.
Took him years, but this alien scientist has made it. Inside the ship, he has decoded the endless stream of data stolen from the... His powerful weapon is ready to destroy the creatures that annihilated his home planet.
Oh,
But a
I
short
am
distance
getting
away,
Speedy
Speedy Gonzales is dealing with a catastrophe. Oh, misspelled lights.
Yeah, prototype.
Explodes and implodes in the same instant. The scientist watches in
Oh,
horror
that's
as a
silly.
sinister new shape forms in its place. The Vortex is born. This is a bleak story. In the streets of Arcadia, a cop performs his night shift. Gunfights, the same old routine for years. But tonight, something is about to happen. Something that will change an ordinary cop into out of the Vortex. Huh?
I realized I shouldn't finish that sentence.
So he becomes X.
Level 1. Oh, into it. Go into it. All right. Prototype.
Nope, this is a demo. Not
Usually
a program demo.
Does things.
Oh, let me check. Maybe it is this meant to be into it. No, I played a little bit of it earlier. Nope, it's... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Press start. Okay, yeah, it does work. That is the demo, in fact.
Okay, prototype, right.
And I know there are other characters we can select as well.
So, the comic is Out of the Vortex. I have never heard of it.
Can't say I have either. Check out the options. Versus mode. That must be friendly fire. I'm going to turn that off.
Yeah, turn that off.
Let's listen to some music. All right.
I'm more into this.
Cannot trigger either of these voices, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is some Genesis music.
This isn't bad.
That bit's not great.
It has some choices in it,
Yeah.
to be sure.
It's exploring the space.
Let him cook. Let Cage cook. Well, I dial his volume in. A little lower. A little lower. And how about now? Yeah, that should be good. Okay. 2 players.
Alrighty. These guys. Oh, no. The time has come. Golden City. We must become independent and we must get rid of this vortex. I'm tired of all these motherfucking vortexes in this motherfucking America. He can only be a hindrance in my plan for ultimate power.
Do you realize what a secession from the U.S. would mean? In a matter of minutes, the army will be at our door. And this vortex, as you call it, is probably someone we can't get rid of without a terrible fight. Or,
So
sorry,
vortex is
without
the thing.
a terrible fight.
It's vortex is the thing and the vortex is the guy. You are just a coward like the others, but I don't need you. I've got a bunch of young restless fighters that only wait to become heroes. They will do the dirty job for me.
Mike Rowe.
Good talk. All right, so we got
X.
who's our characters? X,
Barb Wire, Rebel, and Mecha. I want Barb.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh wait,
I think I'm
we're both
controlling you too.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I know the drill. I know what I did wrong here.
One of these days when we have a studio, this is not going to be an issue anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Barb Wire. If you ever heard of Barb Wire, this is her. Elvis the Culture Advisor pointing out that Barb Wire, the movie that all the advertising budget for MST3K, the movie, was diverted to. Fun fact. Press start.
I know. I'm picking who I want. I'll go with X.
Going for a stroll.
I have elected you to become my personal fighters. The mission that I have chosen for you is of the uttermost importance. I'm sorry. The uttermost importance.
And personal, as in nothing personal, kid.
You must enforce law and order in the streets of Arcadia, in Steel Harbor, and finally get to Cinnabar Flats. There you will be confronted to a creature called Vortex. So it's a creature now.
I guess you have thought of a reward.
If you succeed, you will be granted the citizenship of Golden City. Together, we will build a better and exclusive community. We will establish a new model for tomorrow. We will be the ultimate leader of the world. French.
And wait for it. Sewer.
Cool. Music? No. Is that my super?
Oh, no sound at all.
Prototype.
I think there was music when I was playing it single player. Because I did play a little bit. Oh. Oh.
Stop. I just have like Maximum Carnage music in my head right now. Just to pass on like bound, 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 bound.
So what I've realized about this is that holding up or down will modify your moves. Like, for example, we have jump, right? But down and jump is the electric slide. Oh, God.
Hey. Stop that. So that doesn't work for me.
I also have some sick flips and a
That
gun.
doesn't work for... I think you are more feature complete than I am.
Certainly more nimble on my feet. This is weird with silence. I paused for a second.
Load in. Okay. Wee.
Hold on 1 second.
Wee.
I hate to do this, but
Maybe there's no sound in 2-player mode.
yeah, that might be
Which is a
the
real
case.
thing I'm considering that this is a prototype.
You can have music or you can have co-op. Can't have both. Let's try it. I did quick save there just in case.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I know the
Pick
drill.
your fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the case.
Unfortunate. Well, we'll just trade off. And I think Barbarella, or not Barbarella, that's a different character. But Barbed Wire is a much more complete character than X. I'm sure they're all in various different states of completion.
What does your A button do? Because I had the cape twirl. Or maybe not A. The button that's on PlayStation Square.
This.
There you go.
And if that's a C. And if I hold up and use that, I shoot a gun, which drains my health. This isn't terrible music.
This song sounds like it's wandering around the beat a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I'll also say this doesn't play horribly, I don't think. I'm not a fan of beat-em-ups. For the most part, I think they get a little repetitive, to say the least.
Like, I'm holding it to the standard. Okay. I gotta cut this game some slack for being a prototype. Because it's not finished. Even though it seems like this is a fairly complete game from what you told me.
It seems substantive, at the very least. I think licensing is probably what did it in. Negotiations breaking down.
But any sort of Genesis beat 'em up, I kind of have to hold up to my gold standard of Maximum Carnage. Like that's my reference point of like how good is it compared to Maximum Carnage?
Interesting direction to take with the music. The sound in general.
Hold that sustain note.
Oh, there we go. We got through it.
Oh, I wonder if it's going to do that every time it hits the point where it's supposed to loop.
Oh, that'd be adorable if so. Our health regenerates between stages, which is nice.
I don't even think it's regenerate between stages, just between rooms.
Same difference, right?
Yeah, I usually consider a stage to be like a more substantive break. Mario and Luigi down in the sewers.
Where they belong. They're plumbers, after all.
Yeah,
If I walk into someone, I can grab them, right?
right.
And I have different throws. That's a fun throw. Sweep them off their feet. Ow.
I don't like this song as much as the one in the sound test, but it does a few things I like. It has a few ideas. I think this is so far. I think this is the best music we've heard tonight.
I didn't hate the Speedy Gonzales music.
Oh, I'm not saying the Speedy Gonzales music was bad, but I think this personally, I think this is the most I've liked the music this evening, comparatively.
It's interesting just how many genres Cryo dabbled with, considering what their specialty ended up being in the weird, esoteric point-and-click adventure games.
Yeah. Which, they were doing that prior to this. Like, I did mention that Gadget was a year or two before whatever the first game we looked at was. I've already forgotten the name of it.
Super Dany.
Super Dany. Do you know about Gadget?
No.
That game? It's a very, very strange point-and-click adventure. Very esoteric, very cryo. But it was sort of like a... I almost kind of want to call it an art piece.
Oh, now we're really in the muck. Zombies? Oh, it's gonna take forever to get out of my hair. Falling into raw sewage. Ooh. Can I get out of that? Ow.
Eventually.
Shoot him right in the head. Doing the sewage slide. This isn't terrible. It's not terribly exciting either. Is this, this probably could have come out. This probably, someone would have enjoyed this had it released.
Yeah.
People outside of just the comic books audience, which I can't imagine being like super significant, being an independent comic in the 90s. I mean, I guess it was popular enough for them to adapt Barbed Wire into her own thing.
Was Dark Horse still considered indie back then in 95?
Yeah, I guess not,
94,
huh? I guess we need a comic book expert to show me up on that one. I'm getting to the point I get to with most beat 'em ups where I'm just like, okay, I get it. And it only took 3 screens to get to that point. At least it seems like
having some issues here.
At least it seems like there's decent options in this in terms of combat. You have different types of attacks, different things you can do, cool movement. At least for Barbed Wire.
Yeah.
I can't speak to the character you were playing as.
Who seemed to be the main character.
Well, you saved the best for last in development. Oh my god, yeah, I get it. I get this enemy type. Can we move on?
Like, I mean, realistically, you could just leave, right?
Yeah, nothing's stopping me from just going to the right, except for the game and its logic. I just want to hear another song. I want to see.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd love to hear something else.
Especially because I know the next game is going to be a certified banger.
We haven't had that weird, like, sustain note thing happen in a while.
Oh! Grr. Aren't you the famous monster? I've heard about you in the papers. Grr. Sorry, man, but we have the orders are clear, cleaning Arcadia, and it seems that you have caused too much trouble around here lately. Grr. Too bad we can't make any deal.
All right, let's hear this music.
I guess the glitching in it is deliberate, I would presume.
Yeah.
Guy is Carnage-esque. Oh. We can change characters on this, which is good. Huh.
Oh, Colossus. Oh!
He does not have the same exciting movement tech as the other character.
Bob says moderate carnage. He also said that music earlier was the theme to the Nutcheck, which I don't quite buy, but...
Does this cost me anything?
It's causing the screen to flash, which I hate.
I don't think it's draining any meter, though, so...
Alright, last health bar. Yeah, except for that weird thing where some guy with a synth just wandered in and started playing, like, completely ignoring everything else. This song's been alright.
And walk away.
There we go. Let's just see what the next stage looks like, and if it's got a new finish move bonus.
Yeah, it's probably a mechanic that we just ignored completely. Ah, this song.
Oh yeah, check it out, fellas. What was the flex button that he just did?
Oh, we have weapons. It's if you turn around
Oh.
while holding down.
What?
Oh,
It's a throw. Oh, maybe it's like that double throw that's in Maximum Carnage, except you can do it literally whenever you want, and even if there's no one around. Woo!
oh, the game is slowing down now, and the music is slowing down with
Yeah.
it. This is probably more what it's meant to sound like, rather than when it's sped up, if I had to hazard a guess. But,
I feel like this would be interesting for them to do it on purpose, right? Like a Hi-Fi Rush kind of thing. Like the beat slows and the gameplay slows with it.
I don't know, this doesn't seem bad. This seems like it could have been something kinda neat. Admittedly, not my type of game on the best of days, but, I think that's gonna be our cue.
Wait for it. The drop is gonna hit so hard.
Oh, it's gonna be sick, yeah.
Is it leaving? Is it going?
Goodbye, music. I think we found the floor on it.
You remember Dark Tower? That if you turn off the music while a note is playing, that it just sustains that note forever? Okay, we're back. Alright, I think that might do it.
Yeah, that'll do it for Out's Vortex. Cool that it has co-op. Unfortunately, that doesn't have working music during the co-op.
Yeah.
But different characters, different moves, different range of options. This could have been something. Could have been a contender.
Different levels of being done.
Yeah. Interesting. Eclectic. Which brings us to our next game. And this one is a sentimental favorite of mine, since I first saw it some time ago. This is an FMV DOS game. This is an FMV rail shooter adventure game hybrid on DOS.
You're describing American laser games, but I know it isn't.
This is Hardline Battle the Sect, a 1996 release published again by Virgin Interactive Entertainment. And with this one, we get into the realm of live action, into filmmaking on a scale that must have surely inspired one David Cage.
Now, does this star Chris Matthews?
I don't know who that is.
He's the host of Hardball.
Oh, that
Or
Chris
was.
Matthews. Yeah. No, I wouldn't think so.
Is this a like-on game where, like, you have to... You need to report on the news, but to do that, you have to make news.
Not quite. Not one of those. All right, I'm getting it up and running. Here we go.
Okay.
This game is made up of 3 CDs. Press Control F3.
One always tells the truth, one always lies, and one gives you random answers.
I am going to warn people. This is going to have scan lines. Warning, warning, scan lines at all times.
That's the cryo intro, I know.
Absolutely going to have to die on the levels on this one. I believe this game has an intro.
Clark Lefranc.
It's French, by the way. I don't know if we've...
Very French.
Send in the soldiers. The gate's open.
Oh, they broke the rules.
How are video game graphics going to get any better than this? Maybe one day we'll get rid of the scan lines. David Cage, everyone.
David Cage.
I don't actually believe that was David Cage, unfortunately. Would have been a fun cameo for him, though.
Oh, they keep making me make music. I don't wanna.
I told them I'm sick of this.
Don't tell them I'm here.
Total wipeout. The sectoids crushed everything.
I'm glad we weren't there at the time.
I don't like dying. I am glad I did not die.
Living is good. It is preferable.
We got a new batch of sectoids out here.
After we're done here, would you like to go somewhere and live?
So sick, right? This rules already, right
Yeah.
out the gate.
No, I said I hated this.
What's going on?
The sectoids, they're coming your way.
What? How did they...
So who are the good guys? It's kind of hard to tell.
Red Command, we need some backup right now. The sectoids are giving us a pounding.
They're that lives! The more you resist, the harder we will crush you!
Is it possible to join
Damn
the
it.
sectoids?
Are they the sectoids? I would have assumed sectoids have been like alien bugs or something.
No, it's just the baddies. It's just the guys that came in and wreaked havoc.
Unit 4, do you copy?
Dante? DMC?
David Gregg, that is your lead actor man in this. The Gas,
Gas
Man. So, I maybe bury the lead here a bit, but this is maybe the greatest FMV game of all time.
That's saying a lot.
For my tastes, for my preferences. This intro definitely goes on. There we go! There's the man! David D. Grotola. Still going by that name. Not going by David Cage just yet. I'm worried that if I skip this, we'll miss the introduction to our character. Surely not that many people could have worked on this, right?
I want to see a guy here with a sign that says "Long Way Down" in it.
Speedy Gonzales appearing.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them. This game is a production, to be sure.
Yeah, David Cage is just like, I wanted to be the one to make this. I wanted to be the one to make this and have sexy ladies in it. That's what I would have done.
Would have been a dream.
More news on the sect today. It seems to grow larger and stronger as 1998 staggers.
The near future of 1998. Remember, a 1996 game.
Sectoids
Yeah.
have been continuing on their trail of mass destruction. Today, public services have been brought to a
I was watching Harvey Birdman with some people yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day. And it was the one with the Jetsons where George Jetson goes, "We come from the far future, 2002," and Harvey just looks at the calendar, it says 2004.
Yep.
How long the soldiers can resist the sect, growing in size and determination. The sectoids have destroyed another hospital and an elementary school this morning.
Destroyed a hospital, an elementary school. Other places that make your heart weep. They're going for the orphanage next.
Now they're going for the puppy orphanage.
Ted Irvin. Mayday. Mayday.
Yeah, this is Ted. What's the problem?
I need immediate evac. In the REB North Industrial Warehouse. Sectoids.
Alright, I can be there in, say, 5 minutes.
Hurry, please. I don't think we can hold out much longer.
Alright, I'll make it 4 for you, just for you.
Are you... you know what? I'm gonna wait and see what the gameplay is like. Look at that smiley face.
Have a nice
it's just
day.
there to it's there to let them know that, you know what, don't take this too seriously.
In homage to Mort from Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine, another excellent FMV.
This is evac chopper on final approach. Do you read me down there? I repeat, this is evac chopper. Does anyone copy?
Alright, we are getting into gameplay now, I promise.
This is rescue here. Are you still in there?
Well, goodbye. It takes off again.
And that's what he should do at this point. They're not responding. Here we are. Point and click adventure. If we press spacebar, we bring up this system screen here. We can save, load, option, just the one. Subtitles on.
Please. I can't tell if this is supposed to be sci-fi or not yet.
About Hardline. Oh no.
It's calling up the offices at Cryo to... Someone needs to answer and tell you what Hardline is.
I think I made a huge mistake. Oh no.
Oh no.
Luckily I can skip past all those cutscenes. I know for a fact I can skip past all those cutscenes at the beginning.
Alright.
Okay, let's try that again.
Maybe you had to change CDs to get...
That was probably it, wasn't it? Alright, take 2. Here we go.
Alright.
Alright, lesson learned. Let's make sure the subtitles are still on, though. That bit is essential. Yes, very good. Okay, space is not skip. Escape is skip. Yes, this is a room. Now, reverse shot.
Uh-huh.
They actually have different angles depending on where you enter and exit rooms, as opposed to just going back to the same screen. A lot of unnecessary effort here to track your position in given rooms. Like here, which direction did we come from? Which direction are we meant to go? It's honestly, they would have been better off if they just went to the static screens.
All right, David, we should look pensive over here, over there, over there, over there. Extra pensive over here. The main actor's name is David, right?
Yes.
The whole production of David's. Oh, I saw a different color icon when you were hovering over the center point. I think. Oh, yeah, on the dead guy.
I think we may have come a little too late. Fuck yeah. Video Game King asked, this game is a walking sim, right? Yeah, no.
Hey, the door.
Don't worry.
Someone's there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Told you this game was good. Loot the bodies. Try that door again. I noticed we picked up a key. Do you think possibly? No, you have to use the key, sir. We picked it up for a reason. He's a moron, I have to do this. He doesn't think to use it on his own. Now, that intro was pretty high production, right?
Yeah.
And now it's just a series of fucking warehouses, like a shitty 90s direct-to-DVD movie or direct-to-VHS movie.
You gotta work with the budget. Which means blowing it all in one thing, and then being conservative with the rest.
The deck has awoken to fill us with the power of destruction. We will bring law and order to its knees. We will sweep through organized...
Fuck that show, I prefer CSI.
The deck demands that you prove your power to the world. The greatest warriors will be the masters of the future.
So they're called the deck and also the sectoids.
The sectoids worship the deck.
It can't exist. The deck lives. The deck lives.
Do we know what the deck is? That thing. Holy shit. Sorry, that one guy was wearing like an armband with these studs on it. And like I fucking had one of those in high school. From my fucking golf face. Granted, it wasn't mine, it was a friend's who lent it to me for a production that we were doing in a certain class for acting and stuff. But for a period of time I had the exact same fucking armband.
I want to see something in the system. Because the cutscene I recognize, the cinematic volume was much lower than other audio, so hopefully that'll... Alright, grab whatever that is. I think it's a grenade launcher attachment for our Desert Eagle. David Cage's music is totally appropriate here.
Do you have to reload this gun at all? Or?
No. In fact, if we look at our inventory, it just says infinite.
Ah, good.
We do have a limited grenade launcher, though, which I think we use by pressing right-click. Oh, no. Did not mean to. There we go. These bodies are still here, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
People...
Well, they were plot-relevant bodies because they had stuff on them.
Yeah, the chopper's here. Yeah, I recognized him. It's him. As you command.
Oh god, that's so loud. We should have done that from further away. Fuck.
My goddamn home, you shithead! There he is!
You lived in the helicopter?
Yeah. Oh, I missed the grenade. That's alright. There we go. Did better that time.
Oh god, that was a lot of them all at once.
Ah. We traded.
Okay, where does retry take you?
I have bad news.
Oh no.
Luckily,
you're a master at this.
And I'll make sure to save the next time round. If you know what you're doing, it's not that long. Okay.
The third millennium.
Also, I'm going to make the cutscene volume even louder. Maybe even max it out. A little short of maxing it out, actually. There we go.
Hold no room for weaklings.
This is much better. And skip. And shoot. Yeah, this is a novel blend of point-and-click adventure and shooting. Maybe I would enjoy point-and-click games more if they, if more of them switched to rail shooting. Alright, let me pick that up. Skip. And now let's, wait, no. This screen still has enemies on it. I want to save before the next screen. I'm putting all the pieces together. Alright, this is a good place to save, if it lets me. Look at all those broken panels. We can't save there, right? Clearly on those broken ones down there. Alright. Some of them you can skip by pressing escape, some of them you can't. Like transitionary ones you can't skip, but...
This is a lot to throw at you all at once, this early on. Wow, how did you not...
Yeah, I did
that
find the
went
first
way
time.
faster. Yeah.
Luckily...
Alright, good.
Alright, there's gotta be a methodology to this. I'm gonna start with the guys who I think are tossing grenades.
Is it one click of the grenade button that launches all of those?
No, I'm spamming it.
Okay.
Wait, the grenade
Man,
launcher
that
goes
gun
on
looks
top?
fucking weird now, yeah.
Over here! I got a live one!
I mean, I hope he's live. I might have... Ooh, boy. Eesh.
Yo! Hey, wake up!
I wanted to apologize to you.
Morgan wants to talk to you.
This guy is French, you can tell because he's smoking.
Please don't screw this up. Please don't get the game over by screwing this up.
I mean, I can just do this. Sit where? Where would you
Take
prefer,
his gun.
sir?
Take his gun.
Listen, shithead. I sit when I feel like it.
And I feel like it right about now.
Look at the animal bark. Is that all? This is the rotten plague devouring humanity? I expected more from a sectoid.
If I was a sectoid, I'd blow your head clean off.
So would I. If I was a sectoid. Oh, shut up, Lars.
Come on.
Just saying, if I was a sectoid.
Everyone hates Lars.
The sectoids were all dead. They didn't shoot themselves.
I'm Ted Irvin.
Wait, was that the right answer? I thought you were going to get killed.
I shot all the bastards.
Well, so you're not a sectoid.
This changes everything.
It's a pity we have to be so suspicious. The sect has crushed the police and most of the army.
Yeah, I've been living in the world. I'm aware of these things.
Listen, kid. A loner like you doesn't stand a chance.
Right now, all I want is a place to sleep. And a decent weapon might make tomorrow a little easier.
Lars, show him a room. And, give him a decent gun.
Just hold and wait for him to punch you.
Well, it's not the Ritz, but...
Okay, kid. So the sect nuked your chopper, and you've got nowhere else to go. It's not like it's the end of the world.
Sure, a minor setback at most.
Come on. Morgan thinks he's a bit special, but you'll see the rebels are all right. And at least you'll get to trash some sectoids.
I can't believe you people. I'm strictly freelance.
These guys mean business, Ted. How many cities have they taken out? How many men, women, children are dead? Got any idea?
No.
So confused.
They sure made a mess of my chopper.
Do you get that our guy is a selfish asshole?
I get that.
There's no...
This had to have been a read the manual situation, right?
No, I mean, this is as much as you need.
Steal the deck.
I'm getting all I need from what I've seen so far of the cutscenes, and...
Can't you rebels...
It's intuitive enough to play.
Oh, sure, I mean, you can play it.
You managed pretty well at the web.
Johnny Backett in chat saying, this really feels like the inspiration for Cage's whole career once he went into directing.
We'll see tomorrow. Can I have my rifle?
Sure. May it trash loads of sectoids. Here's something to carry it in.
The sectoid thing is still throwing me the fuck off. That sounds so much like an alien race or something.
They're a sect that worships technology, worships the deck, is their god.
Yeah, but it sounds like it should be like insect aliens or something, like insectoids.
Bidden King says, not liking the action movie aesthetic, that's about all I can muster. I love this. To me, this is peak. This is perfect.
Oh, I love what they're going for, yeah. I'm confused, but I like it.
Something tells you the base is going to get overrun.
I'm going to have to look at like a long play of this later to see how it ends.
Goddamn right you are.
Or I want to know... No, I want to know if this turns into like sci-fi or something. Like if Deck is real and shows up, like worshiping a god made of steel. That's like that's a really evocative thing.
Man, this really did inspire David Cage's game. We're having like tragedy right at the front, troubled protagonist, morally ambiguous character.
There's going to be the scene where you have to point and click your way through brushing your teeth and taking a shower.
Nemring confirming it goes some silly places after sure. I don't want to give away too much. Only what we play here. Hey, told you.
Well, those are laser pistol sounds.
No, I think... Are we using the rifle already? Or yeah, oh, here we go. See, we can switch between weapons here by...
Yeah.
I think I want to save some of that shotgun ammo.
Speaking of save...
Oh, good idea. When you're right, Charkie. There we are.
Slime Tanner says, David Cage saw this game and was like, it's almost perfect, but you can't take a piss in it.
Oh, can't go that way. Back to bed for me. Alright, what am I forgetting here? What do I need to observe? What do I need to find?
I like you shooting that thing implies that Ted solves problems by going like, I don't know, can I shoot it?
Alright, here we go. Look left.
Okay, little robot droids, so...
Like the ones in Timecop. It's the cinematic universe of early David Cage Cryo interactive games. We saw Speedy Gonzales' Desert. We've seen the Roombas from Timecop. And then the kid was Super Dany. The kid on the stretcher.
Oh, yeah. You could see him, like, gripping onto a little cup of yogurt. I think it would be extremely funny to meet David Cage in person and then ask him, like, hey, I want to ask you, like, just what was it like working on Super Dany?
Yeah. All your other games, you know, I get them well enough, but Super Dany, like, what were you thinking?
He would absolutely 100% say, like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I have no memory of it.
Oh, we picked up a new gun. Get to use that clip twice. That's an easy one to recycle, isn't it? Alright, let's see what our gun is that we picked up. The triple gun.
Ah, yes.
Well, that means I gotta use the shotgun now.
What makes gun better? 3-gun.
Now, will we have to do another hallway shooting sequence?
Ooh.
If I press the num keys, I can switch between different guns, which is nice of them to allow. So 2 for SMG, 1 for pistol, 3 for shotgun.
I'm waiting for, like, just some guy in a button-up shirt and a tie to poke up from the bottom of the screen with his arms raised and go, "Don't shoot!"
Alright, back to where we started. Is this door open now? Wait, I have an idea.
Check your inventory.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I have the only item I've picked up so far. I would have stepped a bit further away from it personally, but... in we go. So this is probably the best rail shooter on DOS, which doesn't really sound like saying much, I know, but... it's dynamic, it has multiple weapons you switch between, has a variety of enemies and things to do. It mixes with another genre, so it feels more substantive. For help, call frequency 4, password after hours. Even at this level of granularity, we can open all these individual drawers for different items. Nothing in this one. Unless you open it 50 times, then you get a picture of Rebecca Chambers.
I don't know if you want to save or not.
Yeah, I do, but ultimately, I think what we have to do is not keep playing this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As much as I want to, as much as I would just play this for the rest of the night, I think y'all get the idea. This game is very good, actually. and David Cage got to score what is effectively a movie. You know, a video game as movie, and in the fact that it's an FMV game. Oh. And there's action around every corner. Action and adventure. Oh, what do you think we have to do here? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Give up. Doors close. Never get out of here. Oh, God, that's a lot of items.
Wait, can we use the access card for this? Yeah, we sure can.
Oh, God, thanks for opening the door. No one's going to find our card. I was convinced you couldn't kill those guys by this point.
Yeah, everyone else seems to be struggling, but our dude is crack fucking shots. Wait, did we know the... I guess we didn't know the code to it. I guess he's just guessing there. This is a stab in the dark. Well, that's the code I would use for this door. That dude was taking a piss. Oh. I just know his Discord did that thing where it disconnects again. Charkie, can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Discord did a thing where it updated in the middle of us recording again.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
Stream's still going, at least.
Yes, yeah, there's no problem there. Can't go this way. And that's alright. We'll leave the rest for other people to solve, because this is a game too good for the show, sadly enough, as Frank Gothic says. Ain't that the truth? That was Hardline, or as much of it as we're able to show here. Which means that we have 1.5 games left tonight. In the next one, I don't think we're going to be able to play too much of, honestly, because we mentioned that Cryo Interactive is less known for their platformers that we spent the early part of the show playing, and is more known for esoteric adventure games, and this next one may be one of the most esoteric of them all. Versailles, a game of intrigue. There's a PC version of this, but we're playing the PS1 version of it, which was a European exclusive. This is a April 14th, 1998 release. This is, I believe, a period piece set in the year 1865. Because I think the original name of this game is actually Versailles 1865. So, let's just get into it, for as much of it as we can suffer. I will mention that this game, a big boasting point for this game, something you'll see in all the advertising on the back of the box, what they really wanted to play up for this release, what I thought was the killer feature, is the Omni 3D technology featured in this game, which allows you to turn yourself in 360 degrees.
Versailles, like Galcine's palace at summer solstice, shall
I keep saying 1865. I meant to say 1685, as was corrected by Video Game King in chat. Thank you. Sorry.
The fruit of a fanciful imagination. Unleash Bonton with all his horde. 'Twill be in vain, for time is running out, and I defy the Starlight King with all his...
I fell asleep. What?
Heads and Aesop's words that set alight my flaming brands, the frogs and Jupiter. It reads like the raving of a lunatic. My service to the king prevents me from looking into this matter. I want you, Lalonde, to take charge of it. As a valet of the bedchamber, you can move...
This feels like...
You know the shadow, its people, and its customers.
This feels like a video game that, like, Pat from Akewood would have played. Like, this looks like a joke game. Like, what's the most boring concept of a game?
One day. 8.5 hours of the clock.
Did I hurt its feelings?
Hey,
Consult the documentation zone!
Check it out. Cursor on the screen like a PC game. Look at this fucking logo. How fucking low rent is this shit? It's a game set in 1685. Let's go with the pixel font.
I think I have an app on my phone that uses this as a default.
Please wait while loading. Yeah, this game has an exhaustive compendium.
Wait. Did Cryo make a game about China as well?
In a
Because
similar
this
vein
reminds me
to
a lot
this,
of that.
yes.
Yeah.
I should also mention... Holy fuck.
Oh, I don't want to learn.
Look at, you see the little thing in the bottom right, by the way? That is showing all the rooms you can go to. You can literally see it, like, go from room to room to room during a certain part of the scroll here. So these are all the rooms you'd have to walk through.
Is there anyone who saw this in like in a video game store and was like, hell yeah?
Now, interesting thing about this one, you would assume that, like the other Cryo interactive games that David Cage has been involved with, that he would have done the music for this.
Uh-huh.
You would assume that's his music we're listening to right now. Let's fast forward. Console version. No, not there.
Keep my eyes peeled for a David on here.
A lot of people worked on this.
A lot of people worked on it.
Here it is. Recording of French voices. He did not actually make the music for this game. He was literally just the engineer who put the mic up. People said, all right, and go. So by this point, he was checked out, he wasn't even doing music. He was just like, yeah, I'll just hold the microphone. I'll hold a boom for people.
But, you know, it's got that David Cage touch to it, though. You can tell that it was him.
So the connection of this game to the David Cage oeuvre is the most tenuous so far. Dub Club. There is one more. And it goes on and on and on. We're not going to make it very far in this game.
What do you think? What do you think's more exciting, those credits or the game?
Oh, the credits.
Sire, it is time.
As soon as the king awakens, Dakan, the first doctor, inquires after his health.
Did your majesty sleep well? Was your majesty too hot? Would his majesty like to be rubbed down?
Thank you, Dakan.
Your majesty...
Rubbed down?
Does your majesty want a blowy Joey?
While Bontemps washed the king's hands, the family entrance arrived, as they did every morning. Monsieur, the king's brother, Monseigneur, the Dauphin, and the Duke of Maine came to witness the king.
Well, my son, what time did you set out to hunt the wolf this morning?
This is like that game Steel Rising, where it's like the French Revolution, everything's a robot.
All right, you ready for Omni 3D?
Yep. Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Need our shit, Mist.
So what can we actually interact with? That is the question.
People, probably.
Bontemps knows everything, sees everything, and tells everything to the king. He knows everything about the king, but says nothing.
About the king. To the king.
On his death, his son, Bontemps the Elder, will replace him as first valet de chambre. How is his son called the Elder? That doesn't make any sense. It's like a Benjamin Button situation.
Who bought this game on PlayStation? I've vaguely asked that question before, but who bought this game on PlayStation? Did even parents look at this and be like, ah, this would be good for my child?
No, my child will hate me if I buy them this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Very cool. I see the word bastard there.
Read M for mature.
How about you? Can't really interact with any of these people so much as we can read their life fucking stories.
There'll be a quiz at the end.
Alright, I'm trying different buttons to see what actually works to interact here. And the answer is nothing so far. Oh, here we go. Get away from those nerds.
He just ran headfirst into the door.
The animals entering the ark. Cool, cool, cool. This is like, I think I've talked about this before, but the Nat Geo website, the National Geographic website, or some other like site back in like the late 90s, early 2000s internet had like a tour of the pyramids that basically looked and played like this. And, you know, they put that for free on their websites.
How do you think this game reviewed? Did it review? Did anyone review this? I'm being real negative on this game, but it's... I don't see who this is for.
For the most hardcore of gamers. Oh! Yeah, some of these screens did not make the transition as well as others. So some 360 can only do so much for some of these.
When do you get the gun?
It's too dark. We need a candelabra. So you see, it is an actual adventure game at a certain point. There are, like, elements of puzzle solving. Let me guess, it's too fucking dark. Yeah.
Yep.
Draw the curtain.
There you go, puzzle solved.
Alright, thank God. Scissors.
I think this was scientifically engineered. Boring things possible.
Oh, you don't say. What's in this cabinet, though? Aren't you, like, trembling with anticipation? Don't you want to know what's...
look, more white drawers.
It's a letter.
Words.
How much longer before Monsieur Lebrun chokes on his own ambition? To what heights does he not aspire? The Chancellor of the Royal Academy should not rest on his laurels, not even high in the Grand Gallery. His desire for glory, which presently occupies him on the ceiling of the Salon of War, prevents him from seeing that talent which shall in time usurp him. Rejoice,
Can we just get some Subway Surfers on screen right now? Just kind of like scooch it in.
Certain couriers do not appreciate the way you put your signature on all the walls of Versailles. Monsieur Lebrun's palette is not to be treated lightly. Of those
cutting up
colors,
soap
which he
from the
uses
bomb.
so skillfully, only one will be of use to you. It dominates in the king's salon, and shall reveal to you my aping of Monsieur Lebrun. You got all that?
What?
So, folks, when you ask us to play adventure games, try to aim more for Hardline, less for this. Because we're not qualified to judge how good or bad this is. This could be one of the best of all time. It could be one of the most dense and depth. Well, I accidentally went backwards because the wonderful 360, the Omni 3D technology made it so I forgot which way I came from and which way I left from. I'm sure there's progress to be made, puzzles to be solved. Oh, you can talk to this guy.
Well, sir, what do you want?
Monsieur seems greatly vexed this day.
Heat processing.
This morning I was to continue to decorate the ceiling, but someone has spirited away my sketches.
My busty anime ladies.
I know not, but conspiracies are rife in this chateau. It would not surprise me to learn that Mignard was leader of a...
Oh, that fucking Mignard! That son of a bitch at it again!
Nothing but the themes I was supposed to paint today on the ceiling of the Salon of War. You will understand my vexation.
Oh, yes, most certainly.
I was about to ask as much of you. Be swift, I must have them before noon. If you hear any news, I shall be in the Salon of War.
The word war is the most exciting word we've seen so far. Goodbye!
Someone was waiting in the Trish categories for this game to come up. They're going to come in this game like, finally, fucking someone's running this game. All right, let me tell you about how to clip through the walls.
All right, can we go inside the fireplace? Can we self-immolate? Can we
go up the chimney?
Can we climb up through the ceiling into a game that is absolutely anything other than this? I think that's gonna do it for Versailles, a game of intrigue. I think we wrung as much blood from this stone.
Be sure to save in case we have to come back to it.
And that actually does it for all of David Cage's early credits. But that game is so fucking boring. That is such a boring fucking note to end on that I want to cheat a little
goodbye,
bit.
everyone.
That I want to cheat a little bit and flash forward to the year 2011 and to the most tenuous game we can pull up here, where David Cage is in the special thanks for this game, which means he didn't have any actual involvement in it beyond being thanked in the credits. Fucking Garshasp the Monster Slayer, baby! A 2011 game by Dead Mage, published by Digital Dragon. Oh, man. I believe this is an Iranian-made God of War, in the same way that Unearthed Trail of Ibn Battuta was Saudi Arabia's answer to Unearthed. So, it's an actual fucking video game to end on. So I hope people will forgive me for doing this one, even though it doesn't really fall within the theme, to at least end on some sort of action-y note here. We can play it in 4x3 or 16x9. Let's play it in 4x3. Just because I don't have to change the scene if we do it this way. And hopefully this will actually work.
I believe Garshasp is a actual Persian mythological figure.
I'll believe you. Oh, it's gonna do this, isn't it? It's gonna be this letterboxed.
David Cage not on the sound for this one.
Now, we could just sit through the credits and see his name there, or you can take my word for it. I did watch the credits to vet that he is, in fact, in the special thanks. You can just choose to believe me on that. I want to see the game. I know the menus are 16x9 here, but hopefully the gameplay itself is...
There we go.
Wunderbar.
Days have been wiped out of memories. The days when the raging river of eternal time still flowed, and the vast lands of Persia were drowning in the chaos of war and the fire of anarchy.
Versailles?
Great Garshasp, the mighty Persian warrior, was still young and seeking to make a name for himself. Little did he know of the incredible destiny ahead. The destiny that became legend, and poems the bards sang, and stories the merchants carried to the four corners of the land of Persia.
That reminds me of Bionic Commando.
I was going to say Prince of Persia.
Real chiseled face. Oh, that is tiny text. Hey, can you get your autograph? Garshasp?
Alright. I'm controlling just mouse and keyboard.
It's probably not the ideal way to play this.
No, you can probably play this with a controller, but... I think we'll do just fine here.
Those evil man-eating creatures only left their dens on command of a div. Seeing them in the mountains was unexpected to such an extent that Garshasp immediately felt a premonition about dreadful events happening in his town, Ariasp.
And if they had a little more money, they could spring for like Sam Elliott to do this.
Garshasp!
On the next episode. Oh, I take it back. Now it looks like Brutal Legend.
Because he ain't gonna show up in the sequel.
Now let's hear him out. Did you ever play God of War?
I played a little bit of the first one on PS2. I watched a little bit of whatever one was on the PS4.
Which was also just God of War.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, light attack, heavy attack.
I keep trying to play that game and I can never actually bring myself to do it. I get bored real fast. Which, saying that about a God of War game is bad.
David Jaffe is also in the special thanks for this game, by the way, incidentally.
I mean, that figures.
I think they just named a bunch of developers so that they would show up and be linked to the game by people who write down the credits for games.
That's certainly one way to do it.
So again, just completely tenuous. Just absolutely does not belong in this show, in this segment, but I knew we were going to end on a fucking dud otherwise, so...
I have to ask you, have you played this game before? This seems like a game you would have played at some point.
No, I'm just familiar with the Giant Bomb Quick Look. That is where my familiarity...
Was that one of their first quick looks? Or
no, because this was a 2011 release and Giant Bomb had been around since like 2006, 2007, 2008.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember when this came out.
Did I mention this game's like God of War?
I definitely mentioned it.
But with way more invisible walls. This game's not even bad. It's very chintzy. It's very low budge. But, you know, people earnestly tried on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was like a first-time team of developers. It's a little silly. Do you think something's going to burst through the wall? Wow, how would I call it?
I think it'd be funny if the wall just opened like a door, like a hinge you didn't see.
Knock knock. Oh, good camera in this game too. Probably block.
Oh, achievement.
Execute the first counterattack. This game wastes no time letting you fight bigger monsters than you. Then again, I guess God of War opens with you like literally killing gods, right? The first God of War,
the first God of War, no, you fight a Hydra that's attacking the ship. Granted, it's a fucking huge Hydra, so...
White Whom Tree Seeds are healing seeds. Collecting 4 seeds will upgrade Garshasp's health bar. That was Vlambor, I guess.
Oh, he melted into the ground.
Back to the earth from whence he came.
God, you're so good at this game.
Thank you.
Even left and right.
Whoa.
Can you not...
We can double jump, but...
Can you not interact with that thing?
No, apparently not. Unless I...
Huh. You got the other one. Oh, there we are.
Let it flow into you. I wish he climbed a little faster. Alley-oop.
Oh.
They want me to know how to double jump, even though I did that. That's alright, you gotta tutorialize. This could be someone's first God of War clone.
Yeah. They could have played God of War before this, but this is their first God of War clone, so they need to get acquainted.
If you press an interaction key near golden balls, you can save your game. Don't mind if I do.
All right. Don't even have to select the save slot. Do you have to tap repeatedly?
No,
on
just
those
the
things?
once.
All right, better than God of War.
Facing enemies, the interaction key will crush them into the ground. I don't know if I would call that crushing them into the ground. It also seems a little unfair that I can just do this and everyone has to immediately stop and watch me do it.
God of War.
I'm assuming that obviously won't work on bigger guys, but...
Yeah, one would assume. How long is this game? Like, I'm guessing like 4 hours, right?
That seems about right.
You know, I'll look it up. Maybe it's an Ibn Battuta situation where it's like 1 hour.
Oh my god, how far is this camera gonna pan? How much ground did they expect us to cover here? Yeah, go behind the bars next. Show us what's beyond there.
3.5 hours.
It's like $5 on Steam.
Yeah.
This is
There's
probably...
also something here called Garshasp Temple of the Dragon,
which I owned already. I had to buy this for the show tonight. I bought it as part of a bundle. I already had the other game, the Squeakquel game, to this, so I only ended up paying $3.99 for this.
Yeah, apparently, that game takes 1.5 hours.
Ooh. Well, when you have high production value like this, I mean, it's basically like playing through a movie, which, you know, roundabout way, bring it back to David Cage.
Yeah. Well, you know, they told almost all the story they wanted to with the first one.
They had a little bit left.
Yeah. The second one was just like, we gotta wrap up the loose end. So imagine, like, you know how Prince of Persia, the one that was just called Prince of Persia, had, like, the ending was DLC?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Haven't thought about that in a fucking minute.
Well, imagine if, instead of making DLC, they just released an entirely new disc that was like half an hour long. It's like, and here's the rest of the story. We didn't have room on the first disc to put it. We decided to make a new game.
So if this game is okay, which I think it is, we have David Cage to thank for it. I mean, the developers certainly saw fit to thank him in the credits. Oh, I bet I have to go all the way back to that lever, and then it'll be time activated. Ow.
Where's that time?
Now let's run back.
Maybe they just felt bad for you. It's like, this is mean.
Here we go. Get my fill.
And then your red meter. Is that, like, can you take that and put it into, like... I can tell if that's your magic meter or if that's your experience and you're leveling up.
It's hard to say with these
know.
meters.
Yeah.
Can I jump off the side? No. I'm looking for a graceful way to end this. I don't know if one's gonna come along.
Yeah, I think the graceful way would be to say, folks, that's Garshasp.
Folks, that's Garshasp.
A game not really connected to David Cage, but, man, we did not want to end it on Versailles.
No, certainly not. That would have been so fucking tragic. Would have been so fucking boring to end on that note. So instead we ended on this tenuous one.
But perhaps a taste to come for the gameplay in future David Cage games.
Yeah, perhaps. We will see as we get into David Cage's actual game development oeuvre. But before we sign off for the night, there is one more bit of bookkeeping, one more bit of history, a teaser for things to come. We mentioned that David Cage was not content to just write music, that he wanted to write his very own video game. So the process, the original treatment for what would become Omicron, the Nomad Soul, writing for that game began in 1994. As he explains it in that interview we linked to earlier, which I'll go ahead and put the link here again to said interview. Wait, no, that's the wrong link. I almost posted the wrong link there. Let's try this one instead. There we are. As David Cage explains it, every night I would come back home and just write a script for the game on paper. Just a concept and story, not a line of code. Oh, you don't say. He decided he was done at around the 200-page mark and used his industry contacts to help in pitching his game concept. According to Cage, the feedback was good, but they all said my idea for a game was technically impossible. Determined to prove them wrong, Cage pooled his resources and gathered a group of 5 friends together to build a prototype for his dream game, giving themselves a 6-month deadline, as that was as much time as Cage could afford to pay his employees for. Finally, Cage was able to find a publisher interested in his concept in Eidos Interactive, who asked him to come to their offices in order to formally present it. Cage tells a story of carrying a giant PC tower around London through the subway and arriving at the Eidos office, quote, sweating profusely. Fortunately for him, his work was not in vain, as Eidos immediately elected to offer him a contract and accommodate all his creative and financial needs. All that was left now at that moment was let the rest of his team know the good news, which he did in typical David Cage fashion by cruelly bait and switching them, appearing sad and dejected as he stepped off a train and getting them nice and nervous before presenting them the contracts. And so began, with that story, the development on Omicron, the Nomad Soul, which will be the game we first play as we go through the story of David Cage and his games. A story of David Cage as told through his games, which will begin with Omicron, move on to Indigo Prophecy, then what is it? Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. All of those games, for now. Varying levels of rough to bad to interesting. Because the thing I want to do is, when we do eventually get to David Cage's first game, when we get to Omicron and the games to follow, I started by saying I want us to have an open mind for some of these games, because, you know, this was a guy chasing his dream. Even the greatest villains in history, can sometimes have sympathetic origin stories. To see where David Cage went wrong, to see where his ambitions got ahead of him, we have to be willing to give him the benefit of the doubt to a certain extent. Obviously not barring his being a complete piece of shit who would call all the women in his game, quote, whores, and say that his games are, quote, not for F-slurs, things that he has denied. Even though they're on the record from his employees, even though his own team have basically, testified to that, he vigorously denies claims of that nature. So, for giving him the benefit of the doubt, we will pretend like those things are purely speculative, again, when the time comes. But for now, for the Bad Game Hall of Fame, here we are. Oh,
hello.
Are we not showing up? Are people not talking? Our little avatars? Probably because of the disconnect issue we had. Well, I'll just go hiding then. Unfortunate. But folks, that has been the Bad Game Hall of Fame. That has been David Cage's early credits, and then one very tenuous special thanks credit that we inserted into it at the very end. We thank you for tuning in and coming along with us on this little journey through the 90s. I know that the ties here have really been, just to his music, and he didn't really have much say over any of these games, so to judge these games as an evaluation of David Cage and in his early, history and development is maybe not completely appropriate, but I still want an excuse to cover some of these games tonight, to play some of these games, and I hope the audience will forgive us and was entertained in some capacity, except by Versailles. I know that everyone wanted that to end immediately, which is why I dragged it out for at least 5 or 10 minutes. This is going to be the easiest question and answer we've presented on the stream so far. Best and worst games of the night. Charkie.
Oh, Jesus. I guess best is Hardline.
Yeah, what's the worst?
It's sort of in the Dudes Rock way. I don't want to call Versailles a game. I don't. I really don't. It's probably, you know what? It's probably not necessarily frustrating to play in the same way Timecop is, because I played Timecop. I think Timecop's the worst. Like, if you're in the right mood for what Versailles is, I'm sure it's fine. It is just a point and click that is really dense on actual world history. Timecop is just not fun to interact with on any level, or it feels bad to interact with. I'm gonna say Timecop's the worst of the night.
Okay, interesting. My best is obviously Hardline. My worst is obviously fucking Versailles. With the subtitle, remember, is a game of intrigue. So I'm going to quantify it as a game. I'm going to say it's a fucking boring one. Again, maybe someone out there, maybe adventure gamers who love their dense history might get something out of it. But that is not us. For entertainment value, that is a negative. And as far as adventure games, would you quantify David Cage's later games as being adventure games? Action adventure, albeit?
His later game?
His games he actually directed and developed.
I don't know how much I would call them adventure games, because they're scripted pretty tightly. But there's not a lot of... I don't know.
There's some light puzzle solving, picking up objects in an environment in order to interact with things in an environment. By that metric, I guess all games are adventure games, aren't they? Or most games
it's like, it's kind of... If I think adventure games, I think of something that's a bit more open-ended in terms of where you can go and when you can go there.
Sure.
But we'll get to that when we get to those games, I think.
Which will be in due time. We're not going to just jump right into Omicron straight away. Expected in 2025 as we near the end of 2024. But folks, we hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Why wouldn't you, right? If you did enjoy it, consider subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or becoming a member on YouTube. Any and all of the above will grant you access to our Discord server and to the Patreon Saints channel on said server, wherein you can vote on polls for upcoming games, make suggestions, the works. We recently had a poll conclude, which means that Batman Dark Tomorrow will be our next patron-voted long play beginning on Thursday. This coming Thursday, right? Yeah, the 19th. Yeah. I will also say that if you are a patron or a financial supporter of some sort, right now you actually have early access to the Bad Game Hall of Fame podcast that we're launching. We have a first episode recorded. We're currently getting it up on podcast platforms for you to listen to. It will be a bi-weekly thing, and it will be publicly accessible once we get all the details of it sorted out. But for right now, that first episode is up for our patrons to have some early access to. Additionally, on the Patreon itself, but not gated behind being a paid member, we actually have this Thursday's stream, the stream we did 2 days ago, where we streamed along to the Game Awards, where we had early access to the TGAs. It turns out we weren't allowed to put that video up on YouTube because of copyright content.
The WWE of all things.
Of all fucking things. So if you go to our Patreon, which I should get a link to for the chat just in case. Again, you don't need to be a paid subscriber to see it, just a follower to be able to watch that video on there. If you didn't catch that stream live but wanted to see the VOD. So that's what we'll have to do in the event of streams where the archives are blocked globally. I guess that will be the procedure moving forward. But even if you can't financially support us, I forget I was in the middle of a plug there. Even if you can't financially support us, we would just appreciate you maybe sharing the videos. We have a suggested viewing playlist on YouTube. Hand-picked videos we think make for good onboarding to the show. Check it out. Maybe, a really big David Cage fan, Quantic Dreams fan, or maybe a big Timecop fan, maybe a big Speedy Gonzales fan. Whatever your road to onboarding folk onto the show may be, whatever folk you know, whoever you know, that you want to show this show to, we leave it to your discretion, dear viewer. What do we have coming up, Charkie? Do you remember?
I don't think we have it set, actually.
No, I guess we don't for Tuesday.
That Main Dog tomorrow, and we don't have a Tuesday thing set up. I have an idea, but we need to workshop it.
All right, fair enough. And I guess we'll get to work on that after we wrap the show. But before we wrap the show, we should see about our raid, shouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for folk who's streaming. Oh, Obscuratory is streaming. Just started streaming, as a matter of fact. Surprise Dawsember stream. I am alive. Yeah, let's send folk Phil's way. Good friend Phil. Again, folk, thank you for tuning in to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Thank you for tuning into this very tenuously themed stream. I have been director, writer, composer, genius, Cassidy.
And I've been Le Charkie.
Very good. Again, one more time, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back. We always come back. And expect David Cage in the future. Now we've done this, now we've opened it up. The possibilities are endless. Bye!
Good night, everybody.